show it.
I'll just show it.
Cause you try to use words.
Hi.
Hey, titties.
Please stop.
Hey, Joy.
How are you?
I'm happy. I see cleavage.
You know what? I gotta do something for you.
Yes, you do. I have a promising tip for you.
How are you today?
I'm all right. You know, I'm in Memphis, man. I can't tell if these niggas is shooting or fireworks going on.
Oh, I
What
hear
the
it.
fuck going on?
Well, you already know what's going on. Don't act brand new. It's a holiday that I pretty much don't really celebrate, but it's happening.
What? Please tell me why your black ass don't celebrate the 4th of July.
Say that again?
Why don't your black ass celebrate the 4th of July?
It's just not a holiday I celebrate.
Why not?
Just another day. It's not my Independence Day.
You cooked.
I said what I
You enjoying the 3-day weekend, but it ain't your holiday.
I said what I said.
Women ain't taking accountability. Score 1 men.
I said any opportunity that I could take to grill, I would take it. And this is one of those times.
And be off.
And I can't. What you want me to tell them? Let me come in.
Yeah, I don't celebrate 4th of July. I work.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, you ain't that pro-black, huh?
It doesn't work. You know it doesn't work that way.
Sister soldier.
Do you celebrate 4th of July?
I do. Red, white, and blue, motherfucker.
Okay.
I'm a real American. It's the greatest country on earth. Why wouldn't I celebrate it?
To me, I'm gonna be honest. Holidays is just another day. Holidays are just another day.
Another day to do what?
Something that's on the calendar.
Oh.
I can't tell my employers or my companies, oh, I want to work that day, so just avoid me. Don't pay me for that day. I'm just, I mean.
So you cook for it, you'll take the day off, but you don't celebrate it. You know how crazy that sounds, right?
I cook because I don't celebrate something, I did have family come in. So I'm not supposed to cook? I can't cook on that?
if you don't celebrate it, you're supposed to tell them, y'all know I don't celebrate this shit. Cook yourself.
So
how much barbecue did you eat? How much non-American barbecue did you eat?
A lot. We had a lot of ribs. It was, So you said that you like you're hearing the fireworks and you saying like what? You don't know if it's gunshots or fireworks when you know. But do you hear it on a daily basis?
No.
Okay, so why would you make that statement?
Because I can't tell, because niggas shoot on the 4th. Is that like, do they not shoot where you at on the 4th? Is that not a time where black people break out their guns and let you know what they holding?
Well, I'm not around anybody that's shooting, so I wouldn't know if guns are being shot right now.
Good girl. Did you put a block on the phone like I asked you, Yvette?
I wouldn't say it's a complete block, but I did. What?
Why you
What?
hard-headed, Yvette? Why you hard-headed, Yvette?
I have to go through a lot of numbers to be a complete block.
Put a block on the phone, Yvette.
Okay.
And that's the point where you say, I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna clean, I'm gonna put a block on the phone.
And make some tacos.
Yeah. Steak salad. Fuck tacos.
Steak salad. Oh, like the steak I had the other night?
I don't know about that one. That one was that was a white people steak.
It was just rare.
I eat my shit medium well. It's pink, but it ain't that pink.
I like mine with a little
Blood sauce. Ugh. And then they gave you Worcestershire sauce instead of. I noticed it. I said, that ain't no damn steak sauce. That's Worcestershire sauce. Ugh.
So you just hate on the whole situation all the way around.
I knew it was prepared by whites.
I don't know who's in the kitchen.
When I saw how you ordered it in the Worcestershire sauce, that did it. I didn't need to see.
All right, so hello to everybody that's coming in. Thank you guys for stopping by. It's me and MoneyBoy. Chit-chatting about accountability, MoneyBoy. How do you feel about accountability?
It's overrated.
You think so?
You think it's overrated? You don't do shit wrong.
Who said that?
You?
I never said that.
Yeah, you do. You always blame me for my reaction.
Yes.
So that means you don't take any accountability for the shit that makes me react. Like not putting a block on the phone. I feel where Jodi was coming from when he was hollering at Yvette.
Can you bring my
It's just ridiculous.
bags? I can get my. Oh, sorry. I was calling you. Where is it? In the room. Sorry, I gotta replace my headphones. So your reaction and me taking accountability has something to do with what again?
Just pointing out that you don't care about taking accountability. In this world, men always have to be accountable. Women, not so much.
Give an example.
I just gave you one. Us. You always. I gave you an example. Us. You always whine about my reaction to the shit that you did. Like not putting the block on the damn phone.
Am I really whining? I'm just telling you that.
It's whatever you want to call it.
It's not whining.
Crying, whining, whatever you want to call it.
Words.
Manipulation. Whatever you want to call it. Yes.
Wow. I don't think it's no. I think sometimes your I want to say demands, but the way you want things done, when you want them done, be a little bit over the top.
What's over the top, man? You act like I asked you to do a performance. I think I asked very simple things like putting a damn block on the phone, Yvette. That's not hard to do. It's one push of a button. Block.
But see, that's where we differ at in that situation, because putting a block on the phone, to me, is just like, why put a block on the phone when you just gonna want to unblock it later on, as you have?
Why would you want to unblock the number, Yvette? You want Rodney to come home and kick the fort over?
It doesn't necessarily have to be like that, but you have also been in a situation where phone been blocked, and now it's like, oh, that person got me.
I'm still blocked. Next.
That's what I'm saying. I don't do things to that extent.
That's not rash. Life goes on. I'm still blocked. I'm not upset about it. It just means we don't need to talk. Not a big deal. Life goes on.
Well, that also goes with the same thing when you was asking me about.
And this person ain't said nothing bad about me. We ain't said nothing bad about each other. We ain't had no beef videos and been ran. We ain't did all of that. Not at all.
You're right.
So like you making excuses, ma'am. Not taking accountability. Yvette, put a block on the damn phone.
Okay, slow down, hold on. Let's talk about this.
This email, text, FaceTime, phone, Google Voice, all of that shit. IG, Facebook Messenger, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, all that shit. Put a block on it all.
But you also asked me this before. You was like, why do you have a phone number that I had since 2005?
I was all that. I said put a block on the phone. I'm talking about specific numbers, ma'am. Just like when the bill collector called you get tired of that motherfucker, you block them.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. It doesn't happen frequently. So when it's time to block,
does it matter if it happens frequently or if it happens once a year, once a month? What does that have to do with anything?
I feel like you shouldn't have to block somebody if it doesn't happen frequently.
This is why women ain't shit.
I mean, if it was constant and just irritating, then I'd be like, oh gosh, yeah.
Now, see, as a man, if you were asked me to block a bitch, I couldn't give you all of these excuses and shit why I won't block this bitch. It would just be expected for me to block this bitch. This is women just get away with a whole, but this is what women get away with, black men. She won't put a block on the phone. It's wrong. But let me do something. Let me be out here having thought boy summer. It's a problem.
I thought you were having thought boy summer.
And it was a problem.
Are you gonna
was it not?
I spoke on it, but I didn't think it was a problem.
I'm speaking on putting a block on the phone. I don't think it's a problem neither. But I'm getting a whole bunch of lip. I'm getting a whole bunch of lip instead of just blocking. Just block.
Me putting
like the Kimbe.
Me putting the block on my phone and you having a thought boy summer are two different things. Two different things. Literally.
No, both of them center around access.
Would you like to elaborate on your thought boy summer?
Thought boy summer, I got access to hoes. In your case, you won't block peasants. It's access.
That's not the same thing.
How is it not? A peasant has access to you.
Is your thought boy summer going to be physical, or is it just we're talking about?
Doesn't matter. It's access. It's access. If my thought boy summer consists of me turning up like Paul Pierce, would that be a problem?
That's interesting.
That was just a little IG live, a little FaceTime.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But then again, what does Paul Pierce got going on right now?
I don't know what you got going on that this nigga can't not have access. Why won't you put a block on the phone?
I didn't say I wasn't gonna put a block on the phone. I was just
Well, why we still talking about it?
because you were still talking about it, sir.
I'm about action, ma'am, not talking. Action. Show me like I'm from Missouri.
So we got a comment in the comment section, and hello to everybody that was walking in. Lawrence, Faith, MoneyBoy that's already on the panel. Jeez Louise. So we got Urban Therapist. He says, I believe men accept accountability better than women. Women believe that it's not wrong with certain behavior and wants men to accept them as they are.
Thank you, Urban Therapist. That's what I'm saying. I can't do like Paul Pierce, but just any old random nigga can hit you up whenever they get ready. What kind of shit is this?
Not putting the 10 or the 2 on that one. You know that's not
I'm
how
not
it
a
is.
clock nigga.
What is a clock nigga?
You said 10 and 2. I said I'm not a clock nigga.
You know what? You're lame. I tell you, you the only one that like your own jokes.
So what? You like
Yeah, so at times I do. So anyways, let's get back to this question. I mean, this statement. Certain behaviors. So what I'm doing is a certain behavior about not blocking.
pretty
That's
much.
a behavior.
Yes, it's typical of what women do. Women tell you what you can't do, and then when you ask them not to do nothing, they be like, fuck that. I'm a strong black woman. You can't tell me what to do. I don't know why I gotta block them. It ain't like we talk all the time. Why the fuck you won't block them then?
Because I told you my reasons about blocking. Because you never know what somebody is going through, and then you just block them because
I don't give a fuck what my enemy is going through, ma'am. Does anybody care what the hold on, wait a minute. Does anybody care what the devil going through?
Now that's deep.
That's why you should watch the series Lucifer. It's very deep.
Okay. Well, I hear you coming from that. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm just not easy like that, or maybe I'm not. I don't look at people as my enemy, especially. What you looking at?
How many of your ex-boyfriends do you currently talk
to? None.
And there's a reason for that, ma'am. Put a block on the damn phone, Yvette.
All right, so let's segue into the whole what we here for. So accountability. So we were speaking about accountability. One of the things that we were looking at that's been going on in the news lately is the whole Shakara situation. A lot of people feel like she's taking accountability by doing that whole little interview. Okay, so before we segue, I got another. Let me read another comment real quick. Faith wrote this. I believe that men and women don't have accountability with each other when there's no respect for one another and what they believe and how they feel. So now it's the emotions involved when it comes to accountability.
Faith, normally I be riding on you. I be riding with you. You my G. You totally off on this one, Faith. Piss Tosh. You're totally off.
Why is she totally off?
I don't know. But you can come up here and explain it to us, Faith.
Oh.
See, like that is why she was off. That is why, because every man in the world has went through some shit where the woman has been like, "Hey, I need you to cut that off," and we have to do it. If we make excuses, it's World War III.
I'm not really making an excuse.
I'm talking about women, ma'am. Stop getting in your feelings.
Oh gosh. I'm only one woman up here that's speaking of it.
And I'm one nigga watching it happen to me.
Watching it happen to you. You have to
Yeah.
stop with this. Okay, so I guess the man feel like women, which once again I'm a segue into it. Into the whole
word loosely.
What's loosely?
Women.
So accountability. So how we got here when we got to this subject about accountability is, like I said, watching the whole thing that's going down with the Shakira. I hope I'm saying her name right. Situation.
Shakira.
Shakiri. A lot of people feel like she's taking accountability by doing that interview she did based off of the fact that she chose to do something that got her in trouble, which was, I think it's only like a 30-day suspension.
Yes.
Okay. Because I heard different.
30 days and they're not even doing shit during these 30 days.
Okay.
So is she really suspended? It's like being suspended from school during spring break. You got a 2-week suspension during spring break. Are you really suspended?
No. I mean, well, you are, because it's on your record. It's on your record. It's on your record. You don't want that on your record. But the accountability.
She's an athlete.
Which means, okay, yeah.
Don't nobody care about it being on your record. You know how many people in the Hall of Fame that did some fucked up shit? It's on their record, but they still in the Hall of Fame. They still got rings.
I mean, I'm just saying, you still don't want nothing on your record. That's like me. I don't want nothing on my record at work. I don't want to write up, put in my file.
I never cared about those things.
Well, I do. So I don't get them. No. So anywho, moving on, she's taking accountability for her actions, which yes.
If you don't put a block on the phone, you're getting the write-up.
Really? How would I?
You're getting a write-up from the job if you do not. You were getting a write-up from the pod if you do not put a block on the phone.
All right, so I have a knock knock. So knock knock, who is it?
It's your girl Faith. Hey.
Hey.
Hey, MoneyBoy Trey, don't
jump me.
Hey, MoneyBoy Trey, don't try to call me out.
They trying to jump me.
How y'all doing?
We're doing
Joy
good.
we're fine. Joy is wrong.
Joy is wrong. I'm listening.
Oh, no. Don't ignore me. I just heard some loud bursts and I ain't know what the hell it was. But okay. Yeah, Joy is wrong, and then she won't put a block on the damn phone.
So I got a question to you, MoneyBoy Trey. What was wrong with my answer that I just gave you?
I think I was just hating. I don't even really know what you said. Let me see. I believe the man and woman don't have accountability with each other when there's respect for each other and what they believe in. Even in that case, the man will still have more accountability than that woman. He'll still have this much love for her to try to do right.
Okay, so you can't say all. At this point, at this point, but I'm just saying we can't say all. We can just say you right now. Okay. So this is the thing that I see, and I keep hearing you say, you more concerned about the block of whoever this person is. So you have asked her, right? And basically she's saying, hey, it ain't like the person called all the time, so I haven't officially blocked this person, right?
I
Right?
hate to
Am
cut
I?
you off, but men, look how women like link up and condone they fuck shit. Go
No.
ahead, Faith. Go ahead.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm listening. Okay.
No.
So by me listening, I'm just taking consideration of what you're saying,
I
and
need help.
actually,
Somebody come up.
yeah, and actually how you feel. So I don't think my statement was wrong. Okay. Now this is the thing. Accountability. Men and women should have accountability. But when you're in a relationship, oh, I'm gonna go there. Okay. When you're in a relationship, we should take in consideration of their feelings and how they feel. And we may not understand. And that's where the communication is the number one key. And maybe he can break it down saying, this is the way I feel about this situation. And you, Joy, have to take in consideration of how he feel about that blockage person. Okay. You got to understand that they do express themselves in different ways. Right now, I
Um,
don't see an ego thing. Hold on, money boy. I don't see an ego thing. This is how he feel because of things that has happened. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with it.
I ask, I make, and then I ask, I tell, and then I make. I'm at the tell phase now because I already asked. The next step is to make her do it.
Now, that's where, for its making, you got to take in consideration of you asked her and now you want to make her do it. So that opened up another can right there, making her do it. Let's
Well,
just,
I
let's
asked, and then I told her. What else am I supposed to do? Just let it go unchecked?
okay. So this is the thing. Even if you asked her, did you go in consideration of telling her how you felt about it?
Yes, yes. When I asked her to put a block on the phone,
Okay, but did you take consideration of telling her why you felt the way you did?
I did.
Okay, so Joy, did he take in consideration of telling you the reason why he felt the way he felt about the situation?
Yeah, no one word answer.
And what was that, ma'am?
No, it
Since you was
wasn't
gonna
one
tell,
word.
since you gonna tell that lie, what was that one word?
It wasn't one word. It was I don't give a fuck. Block them. I said one word, but in my head, it just when it came out like I don't give a fuck. Block them.
So, due to the fact of one word or the way you just express yourself, is that actually really telling her this is the way I feel about this situation? Instead of just saying that you just break that
Yes,
down into.
the I don't give a fuck probably was in her response to me telling her how I felt. Cause
But
she
I don't
made an
know what
excuse
to
for why
say.
seriously,
she wouldn't block this nigga.
seriously, did you just go into details and say, "Hey, this is the reason why I feel this way. I'm not trying to,
Yes.
be. Well, hold on. I'm not trying to be. I'm taking in consideration of your feelings, but can you take in consideration of my feelings? Because I strongly feel this way.
Yes. But her feelings really don't matter at this point because her feelings is what got her into this situation anyway.
But you can't say that.
I can.
You
That
can't.
is what she signed the contract. I have 51 to 49% control and interest. This is what she signed.
So look, but to be honest, business is should be separate from personal.
That's why I have the ass tail mate. See, I ask as the non-business part. I'm telling as the non-business part. The next step is to enforce the contract.
Okay. So Joy, how do you feel about that?
Well, like I told him before, when it comes to blocking and everything like that, I'm not really a blocker.
Fellas, that's what all women say when you be like, hey, you need to cut that nigga off. That's what they say.
But it's not, for me, it's not really about, because we're not just talking about one sex. We're talking about multiple. He's saying just everybody from, situations that's been developing. And I'm just like, okay, but I told him also that I don't mind doing it, but you got to understand, I have a list I have to go through. So I can't just say, yes, I did it, because I don't want to just sit up here and lie to him and say, yeah.
When she tell you your homeboy ain't shit and you need to stop hanging out with him, you have to listen to it. You got to say, fuck that nigga. But when you tell them that about they folks, it's excuses. Keep going, Joy. Give me more.
Give me more. So basically, we're here because of accountability. Who doesn't have it? Women or men? He's saying that women we don't take accountability.
Okay, so are you saying all women don't take accountability?
So, Faith, I'm sure there's some things going on you will not take accountability for, man.
Hold on.
Mr.
I'm saying,
Help me.
Are you saying he can come up too? Are you saying all women don't take accountability?
I would say 98.9% of women don't.
Okay, so what is the percentage of men not taking accountability?
It's far lower, but we're talking about women here.
No, we're talking about women and men.
Whatever number you put on it, I can't do nothing but accept it.
So I'm gonna give you the same number that you just gave the women. Okay. So this is my thing in this situation, because actually we're talking about this situation right now, not just men and women in general. Okay. But in this situation, have you taken consideration of the same things that you're requiring from her?
Yeah, she canceled my thought boy summer. She told me to leave people alone and shit. I did.
So Joy,
Oh my God, I can't believe him.
did you?
Faith.
I'm just asking.
Is it necessary to tell him to cancel his thought boy summer? But it wasn't going to
strongly
be
suggested
it.
Okay.
You strongly suggested it.
So the question, Joy, is in this business/personal relationship, what are you looking from him to give you that you're not willing to give him back?
Great question, Faith.
Did this turn into an interview?
Yeah. Accountability, motherfucker.
Accountability. Well, money. He know how I listen.
That's not an answer, ma'am.
That's not good enough. I'm gonna wait on her.
Again. Say the question again.
I'm asking you, are you willing to give him the same respect that he's giving you? Are you willing to give him the 100%, in the relationship? And since he's giving it to you, are you willing to give it back to him? Because from my understanding, he's saying, hey, I'm willing. This was cut off. This ain't happening, but it's happening on your end. So how can you want to receive so much from him, and then when he asks you the certain things, you're not willing to give him the same thing back?
All right. So since he wants to be up there being a cheerleader, where is he?
When the woman's right, she's right.
I have gave a lot. I have given. I have bended and folded for him. Situations came up recently, and I wasn't expecting it to happen the way it happened. And so when he asked me, Yvette, did you block? I haven't did it yet, but I was in a agreement to do it. He know I'm in agreement to doing it.
What's the hold up, Yvette? Why Rodney keep calling? Why Rodney get to keep calling? What's the hold up?
He has a thing with lying, Faith. I don't want to lie to him and say, yes, I did it when I haven't done it yet. Because then I would have to feel that I would have to say I didn't do it when I, because he'll be quick to be like, oh, you lying. Because he doesn't
That's
like
literally
lying.
ma'am, that's literally what a lie is, though. If you say you did something, you didn't.
But
do
I
it.
haven't told you I did it yet because I haven't had a chance to get around to doing it yet.
Well, what is the hold up? It don't take no time to push a button, man. Somebody take some time, like you had to, like you got to take a flight to do this shit.
I'm listening.
See, fellas, this is what you have to go through. No accountability on women's behalf.
Not all women, but yes. Go
Not
ahead. I'm
all
listening.
women.
I'm listening, Joy.
Say Joy, because I'm taking accountability that I'm saying I haven't got around to doing it yet. I just haven't. It's just not a priority to me right now because I don't deal with these people. So when they did call, I told them like, hey, such and such, blah blah blah. So for him to be sitting up here doing this now is just like a little irritating.
I'm going live like Paul Pierce. I don't want to hear nothing.
Okay, so this is the thing.
Don't go live like Paul Pierce.
I don't want to hear nothing.
So this is the thing. In a relationship, you know what I'm saying? The number one key is communication. And if he's communicating with you, letting you know how he feel without just, you know what I'm saying, with the ego, because guys do have egos, okay? But without the ego and he's expressing how he feel, you as a woman has to take in consideration of his feelings. Because when you say something or you want something done or you want him to understand your part, whether it's business wise or relationship wise, he got to take in consideration of how you feel as well. So if he's willing to take accountability, for the things that, cutting his little summer short or whatever the case may be, or, the women ain't calling him or X is not hitting his phone because they're not important to him, but you're not taking you're not holding yourself accountable. Your accountability is not correct right now.
I'm about to shed a tear. Faith is dropping it. She's dropping it hard.
And we do have to understand that. We have to understand that before we met the men's in our life, they went through things as well with other women. And the worst thing that people don't understand is carrying other baggages into the relationship. And not saying that you are. I'm just speaking in general. Okay. And we got to understand, even though we females, we know for a fact that the men that we do have went through some things, have shared some things with us and willing to be with us. So if that man is taking consideration of you and your family, then you have to take in consideration of him and his family. So that means that at the table we sit, you and him and your family. There's nobody else in this circle but you and him and y'all family. And I'm considered children. Okay? Not no mama, not no daddy, not no brother, no none of them. We're talking about both of you all. And you have to take in consideration that once we sit down and we start talking and compromising and understanding business wise and also, you know what I'm saying, personal as well, we do have to take in consideration of their actions and their feelings as well. We got to understand that men do have feelings. They may not come out here and, they're not emotional like us. Women are very emotional creatures. We are. Okay. And we may not see a lot of things and we soft hearted. You understand what I'm saying? We're just emotional and that's who we are. But we will express ourselves in a time of need. Don't get us twisted.
Look at her up there.
Okay.
Look at her up there, pout. She pout.
But at the same time, you got to understand that it's you and him. And if he has respect for you when it comes to exes or girlfriends or whatever the case may be, and he's willing to say, hey, they nothing that they can bring to me because I already went through that, done that, whether it's friends or not. I'm
Well,
going to take in consideration.
I'm gonna clarify for a second, Faith, because it doesn't have anything to do with an ex or a relationship.
I'm not talking about an ex. I'm talking about anybody. I'm talking about friends as well. When you're building a relationship with a person, no friend is more important than the person that you're involved in. I just gave that ex an example.
Okay.
But even when it
And
comes
not
to
to
friends,
mention, Joy, that line of communication is beneficial. Like in what way? It has no benefit. You can't gain shit off that line of communication being open, other than a headache.
but we got to take consideration of, we had friends before we even met each other, and then some people don't talk all the time on the phone, but that doesn't mean that I still can't be friends with that person. But once you become committed to each other, then at the table, it's you and that person. When it came to me and my husband, perfect example, when we met, we laid everything at the table and he had a choice. And I did too. Whether we're gonna sit down and we're gonna break bread and we're gonna eat at the table, or one of us gonna get up. But no friends, no friends, regardless if they was male or female. Once we start being involved with each other, it was like, hey, I'm involved with someone, not trying to be smart or funny. I wish you the best. You understand what I'm saying? But right now, I'm focusing on King JJ. I'm focusing on faith. And if that friend respect you, like you, because when you call a person your friend, that means you're looking for the most respect from that party. And if that person is willing to respect you as your friend, then that person is going to want the best for you and be happy for you in whatever decision that you make in life.
Yes, and I know what's best for you, Joy.
I know, and I know my block game got to be a little bit stronger because literally those people don't want the best for me, so they shouldn't have access to me. I allowed it way too many times. I'm gonna get to a couple of comments in the real quick. Read them.
Are we having a breakthrough?
So Urban Therapist said, men move with logic and emotions. If we see that it's logical to correct behaviors and take accountability, then men would do it. No questions asked.
Hmm.
And so then he comes back and he says, women, on the other hand, moves with feelings, emotions, ego, etc. If a woman sees that she's wrong, she will still hold on out of emotions until she feel like letting it go and change.
Like Shakari Richardson.
And that is so true. But at the same time, it's vice versa as well. Because, and the reason why I said that is
You're
because
losing me, Faith. You're
no,
losing me.
no, 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 no. And the reason why I said that, Joy, is because once again, he's expressing how he feel live. Okay? He's basically saying, have you blocked this person? He don't want to see you go through this again. It's you and him right now. Y'all continue to keep building. What is this person bringing you? Is they adding to you?
I swear it's like you're in my brain, Faith. I said this shit days ago.
I'm just being honest. Okay, well, Joy, tell me. You tell me, because there's some other things there.
She just want to be hard headed.
He's right. You both are right, and I just haven't got around to doing it. That's
She
it.
just want to be hard headed.
Okay, so MoneyBoy, she haven't got a chance to do it, and I know that you're saying what's taking so long. So she's taking consideration of what we're saying, even the comments in the chat. Okay, and then she did admit. Did you hear what she admitted? Was you
Yes.
listening to her? What did she
Yes.
say? What did she say?
She said we're right. Those people don't bring anything to her, and she should have blocked them. She just ain't done it yet.
Okay, so hold on. That was the first step that she
I
made.
can't stand him.
Okay. That was the first step she made. The first step she made was communication with you, saying, yes, these people haven't brought nothing. You know what I'm saying? She's admitting. And sometimes that's very hard to get from a woman when she's, oh yeah, you're right, but yeah, they ain't that's she's admitting that. Taking consideration, but don't use that as a weapon with her.
No, I
Okay?
don't. I'm
Okay,
not
I'm
that
just
type of guy.
saying, I didn't say that. I'm just saying, don't allow certain things to be used as a weapon. Because what people fail to realize is our words are very strong. Okay? And when it comes to a man is very bold and firm with their words. And when it comes to a woman, you know what I'm saying? We do have egos, but at the same time, we want to be heard. Okay?
Well, I got a question from Urban Therapist. He says, question, Joy, why is it important to have this person on the sideline? What's the benefit? So I'm gonna say this because literally this live was not supposed to be about this subject at hand, but since it grew legs because of MoneyBoy,
It turned out better.
I'm gonna say this. I had a long relationship, not a long, couple of years relationship with a person, and things got a little sour. We haven't spoken in a while, and things just turned out crazy. I haven't talked to this person in, I don't know, almost a year, maybe. Not in a good way, speaking to them. So when they did hit me up the other day, I was talking to MoneyBoy when they hit me up, and it was right after a really bad situation that was going on. So no, I'm not keeping this person as a sideline. I don't have nothing. I really don't have no dealings with this person. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Notice how she didn't answer the question, Urban Therapist.
I'm answering it. What you can't tell me how to answer a question. You can't tell me how to deal with situations. That's how you deal with situations.
Okay. Okay.
We go through this all the time. You deal with things your way. You also told me you wish you can put the spirit of I don't give a fuck inside of me. And you know I don't have the spirit of I don't give a fuck because I still hold a little bit of hope in people. And I think that's my problem. And I need to stop. I still care a little bit for people when I need to stop, when they don't give two shits about me. And this is not me doing no whine, crying baby situation. I didn't really think this conversation was going to even get to this level. I just feel like, oh, I block them. I don't know what the purpose of blocking people for. But if you guys are saying like, yeah, why should a person have access to you when they don't give two shits about you? And I get it. I just don't think like that because I don't care because it's like I don't talk to this person on a daily basis. I don't communicate with them. I have no feelings for them. I don't wake up thinking like, oh, how they doing today? Let me hit them up and see how they day going. I don't give a shit. So when they hit my phone, I don't think like, oh, why the fuck they got access to me like that? I can either answer it or I cannot.
Can you hit Joe Budden, please?
No, because you can't tell somebody how to feel, MoneyBoy. You always trying to tell somebody how to feel.
I'm not telling you how to feel.
But we do have to take in consideration. And what we have to take in consideration is everybody think different. Everybody move different. Everybody love different. Okay. Everybody has different understanding. Okay. And we can't change anyone. And that's the first thing that everybody needs to understand when it comes to a relationship.
I think I can.
Okay.
I have magical powers.
Okay. So I'm just saying
so irritating.
We cannot change a person. Okay. We are willing to accept that person as that person. So that means that we shouldn't have to change for ourselves. The person has to change and the person has to want to, you know what I'm saying, do the things that they need to do for the right reason. Okay? I'm just being honest. I'm being honest, money.
I got you, but ain't me canceling Thought Boy Summer changing.
I think I had already touched on that.
I just want to verify that I changed.
I said, and listen, and changes is always good. And I think I said that you were taking accountability for that.
I just want to
Okay.
rub it in her face that I changed.
But she's taking accountability as well
But
tonight.
she ain't changed though.
But you can't expect for her to change. You got to continue to be you and allow her. Okay. You
Joy,
can't just say, hold on,
I'm
but
finna
you can't.
start turning up on IG until you put a block on the phone.
You hear this? Now that's childish.
It's gonna be blunts and titties everywhere until you put a block on the phone.
So basically, in this relationship, if
Moving
she
on.
don't do so I want to make sure that I'm hearing this correctly. Okay. So basically, you're saying that if she don't do what you're asking her to do, you're gonna go back to the things that you're comfortable and the things that you like, right?
Yes, that's a fair
Okay.
trade-off.
Okay. So now it's a trade.
Yes, it's a trade.
But what about both of y'all feelings right now?
I ain't getting what I want. She ain't getting what she want no more.
Okay. So now it's no more. So it changes from she was getting the things that she wanted
Yes,
and now she's not gonna get the things that she wants.
yeah. Because remember, I have the ask, tell, make phase. So now I'm about to start executing the make phase since the asking and telling didn't work.
But whether you realize it or not, you can't change her.
I told you I think I can. I'm magical.
Okay. I'm telling you. Because sometimes when you press and push her to a certain, you know what I'm saying, level, then she'll pull back.
Joy, can I
I'm
change you?
telling you.
Can I change you, Joy?
Okay.
Chit chat. Chit chat. Can I change you?
I'm gonna be honest with you. He has helped change in my behavior on certain situations. But this right here, he got to understand it takes time. And like I said, I haven't got around to doing it. And when I get to it, that would be my chance to feel some type of way about it.
Thought Boy Summer take time too. It's cool. Do your thing. I do mine. And then when we'll meet in the middle. Take your time.
Listen, I'm going to just say this. And Faith, excuse me. We're in a phase right now where I'm at my age. He's in his age. I'm not taking nothing away from him having a Thought Boy Summer. We're not married. We're business partners, fucking business partners. So if he feel like he wants to go do Thought Boy Summer, which ain't gonna happen.
Ladies, my
like,
DMs and
I'm
email is open. My DMs and email is open. About section of my homepage. What were we saying, Joy?
boy, listen. This is the thing about when you're in a situation like this. We're not married. I can't control what he does. I'm not going to try to control what he does because that's not my place. Even though he said I told him to cancel Thought Boy Summer.
You made me cancel it.
I didn't make you change it.
What happened?
Cancel it.
What happened?
Joy came into your life. That's what happened.
All right now.
So don't put no squiggles on my. Don't do that.
So you made me stop it.
The way he wants to explain it, we're gonna let him have his moment. Shine, baby, shine.
Ma'am, put a block on. Ma'am, put a block on the phone so we can be over this.
Oh,
jeez.
All right. Okay, this conversation is now over. We're done. So I have you up here. This is the conversation that we were going into. The whole thing about accountability between women started with the basis of the track star that was caught up with the whole situation with the ingestion of marijuana. She was supposed to have took accountability for that as a woman. How do you feel? Do you feel like she took accountability with the statement she made from her interview? That's how this live was supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to. It was not. No, it. Child.
I do. I
You
do
think
think
she
she took.
did?
I do think she took accountability because she already knew what she had did. Okay, and then let's just be honest. It's a sad situation that happened. She knew, what she was involved with, what she was doing. Okay, and then she went on to explain, a lot of things that had happened to her. So that's accountability to me. She took consideration. Yes, I did. You know, it's a possibility that I already knew that it was going to come back positive, and then she went on to explain about her mom and stuff like that. So I do. You don't think she took accountability?
That lady said, I ain't gonna make no excuses, and then turned around and made excuses.
So
That's not accountability.
what excuse do you think she made?
She
What excuse?
blamed it. She blamed it on her mom dying.
Okay, so due to the fact that she blamed it on her mom dying, you felt like there was an excuse?
A reason, excuse, whatever you want to call it. But she said she wasn't gonna make no excuses. Not making saying I'm not. If you gonna say I'm not gonna make no excuses, you just say I smoke weed. That's that.
Okay, so have she ever tested positive any other time before her mom passed?
It's still an excuse.
No, I'm asking a question.
I don't know. I'll say no. She hasn't.
The answer is no. The whole time she never tested positive. Okay, now this is the thing. Everybody handled death differently. Okay, they do. Some people are not stronger than others. Now, she has to take accountability of what she has done. You saying that she made an excuse because of what happened to her mom, right? But in that case, a lot of people make a lot of excuses for a lot of things, right?
I agree.
Okay, so due to the fact that they make excuses, that means they're not taking accountability as well.
Yes, if you make an excuse, you're literally not taking accountability.
Okay, Joy, what do you think about that?
Well, when it comes to this situation, it gets a little, I don't know, what's the word I want to look for?
Fuzzy, hazy.
Fuzzy, yeah, fuzzy because of the whole situation of her taking accountability for it. What I didn't appreciate was, and like you said, as you explaining it now, everybody takes when somebody passed away differently. I feel like it was an excuse. I feel like it was unnecessarily spoke upon because the test was done weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand everybody, handled things differently. And this, I don't think it was accountability, really. I think it was just somebody just jumped on camera and just had an excuse for an action they did when they knew the consequences behind it. Not taken away from, what happened to her and her feelings about her mom, but it just, to me, it just didn't sit well because anybody can come up with an excuse now.
Okay. So do a lot of people take consideration of using alcohol or weed or, any type of other drug? Do they take and consider accountability because they use it?
Yes. And if I give a reason for why I drink or smoke, that's an excuse.
Is that an excuse or that's something that you want
That's an excuse.
at that
I don't
time?
have to do it. I'm making an excuse for why I choose to drink and smoke because I don't have to.
Okay. So if you don't have to, then you're saying I'm taking accountability because I don't have to, but I'm going to.
Yes, I just say, when somebody say, why you drink and smoke? Because I like it.
Okay. Okay.
I ain't going to say, because this happened and I'm trying to hide the pain and because I like it.
Okay. So have you ever taken consideration of a lot of people use alcohol and drugs due to the fact of the numbness or they don't have to think about the situation anymore at that time?
Yep. I'll take a shot to that, by the way.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I feel it was a little bit she wasn't being responsible with that conversation she had with the interviewers. And I understand, we said take accountability. So we like, okay, you took accountability. You came out and said, okay, I did. I smoked. But you wouldn't have came out and told nobody until you got
caught.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm not taking away for the reason that she gave. I'm just saying you can't say, I ain't going to make no excuses and say, but I did smoke because my mama died. Because you literally just made an excuse for why you did it after saying, I ain't going to make no excuses. Like you come out, you say, I fucked up. I'm sorry. That's it. There is no but why. The reporter told me that's an excuse. That literally contradicts what you just came out and said 2 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying her reason isn't valid, but literally she gave an excuse after she said, I'm not going to give one.
And that's why I said that she already knew the rules and regulations. And at that time, we noticed that she just tested positive recently, 2 weeks ago. But this is the thing. What if she didn't test positive and she already know that she has been using marijuana, right? Right?
Oh, well, she tested positive after the race whenever the race was. I guess the race was last week, but after each race they test. But as me and Joe were saying, weed's in your system for 30 days. So she could have done it 28 days ago and weed still was going to be in her system. So I'm not saying that she wasn't justified for it, but she still gave an excuse.
We have a knock-knock.
I ain't tripping because she smoked weed. I've been smoking Shikari pack all day.
Knock, knock. Who is it?
Yeah, buddy. What's going on, y'all?
And he don't have his referee shirt on, so we doing good tonight, MoneyBoy. Yay.
What's going on, man?
Oh, I wasn't getting mixed up in that. No. But nah, man, that was an excuse, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight up excuse.
And she got a slap on the wrist compared to. There's a woman on the same day they broke her out. She got a 5-year ban for not taking a drug test. She didn't fail one. She didn't take one, and she got a 5-year ban. But she did blame it on an abortion, her not taking the test and changing dates on documents and stuff. But ain't nobody talking about this woman. Why is she not being talked about? She got a 5-year ban, not 30 days.
Just for not taking a test.
Good question.
I think she's an African American woman as well.
Yeah, she's a black lady.
Yeah, she's black.
She's older too, so this is pretty much the end of her Olympic career. Where's the lady's name? I sent you the story.
Well, look like this is the end of her career as well.
No, it's not. She doesn't get to run in the 100-meter, her individual event. Team USA is still going to invite her there to run in several relays, so she still may come back with 3 or 4 gold medals. She just can't run in her solo event. Because since she had weed in her system during that race where she set the record, it doesn't count, so she don't get to run in it, but she still gets to go to Tokyo and do all the baton passing events. And then she'll still get to go to Paris in 2024 in 3 more years and run the 100 as long as she stays clean.
Yeah, basically she got off easy.
Yeah, it's really nothing. She just can't run in that individual event.
I don't understand what they're crying about.
Not understanding, just hopping on a wave, pretty much. and not understanding that she still gets to go to Tokyo.
Do you
Have they
think?
interviewed other people to see, how do they feel about that situation or whatever? Have y'all seen that yet?
Oh, everybody and their mama has came out and talked about it. That's why we talking about it now. As everybody has weighed in, people have called it racist. People are saying it's just weed
Yeah, that's what
and
makes it look crazy.
a whole bunch of crap.
It's like she's being used. It's like she know what she done. She accepted accountability, but that extra length looked like it was pushed upon her to take it that
Yeah.
far.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
she can't control what the media does with the story and the narrative no more than Colin Kaepernick
If
can
if
control
if,
how
if
that
they
shit spun out of
if,
control.
if they've been using our color for a political agenda this whole time, why not try it again with this?
So are we considering this her as being a pun right now?
I
I
don't think
believe so.
she's a pun. I
I
think
think so.
well, if she's being you, I think they're just piggybacking off her story. I don't think she per se is her story's being used. She's not being used to push a narrative. It's just like since it happened, she was the most popular runner. We can twist this narrative any way we want to. Kind of like they did with Jussie Smollett when he came out with his shit. We can anything they want to twist, they can put their own narrative on it. Bill Cosby getting released and then caused a fucking uproar, and he got off because legal technicality, not legal technicalities. They did some dirty shit. They had to overturn his conviction, so he technically was never convicted, and people are upset
I
So
mean,
so why do you think they did the overturn?
because they did shit. They allowed testimony into court that they weren't supposed to. They broke the rules.
Hmm.
He got
it,
convicted because they broke the rules. That's the only reason they won because they broke the rules. Without them breaking the rules, he wouldn't have lost 3 years of his life.
Is it them breaking the rules or if it wasn't enough evidence?
Look, he
man,
probably both.
I heard some
Okay.
evidence that didn't make no sense, man. So he
Hmm.
handed these girls the drugs before they took it. He didn't slip it in their drink. They just assuming that he did it to other people.
Well, no,
He's
he admitted to the evidence
He
today.
admitted.
He admitted to
Hmm.
doing it, but that was in a civil case, and that's the evidence they used against him, knowing they weren't supposed to use that testimony because it was said that this testimony cannot be used against you, and that's what they used. It wasn't really the women that lady's testimony that got him convicted. It was his own shit
His own words.
in a
Hmm.
so
civil suit. Yeah.
so if he been locked up for 3 years, I'm a suspicious kind of guy. What happened in the last 3 years that they blocked him from? That they got done. So now they can let him out.
Nothing. It just takes time to go through the appeals process. It's just not quick.
Because we know
And
he was
COVID
supposed to buy
happened.
NBC.
Oh God, that was in '88, bruh.
That was in '88.
Yes.
I think the only
I
thing
thought
that
that was more
convicted
recent.
him, I think the only thing that convicted him was his words. I don't really
Yeah.
think that they had any concrete evidence to
That's
really
it.
put him behind bars. It was his words. He admitted it.
In a
And
civil
that's what
suit,
they went
though.
in. Hmm.
Yes. That wasn't supposed to ever be used in his criminal case. So they cheated.
Yes.
They knew they cheated, and they did it anyway.
Hmm.
Damn.
Yeah. So where was the lawyer in this? I didn't understand that. Where was the lawyer in all this?
The lawyer can say, "I file a motion." The judge can turn that motion
He could
down.
say denied. Okay.
Yes, which is
Okay.
what happened. And you just gotta wait. You gotta hope the jury don't find you guilty, which they did, and then all you can do is hope. Well, I got appeals. Hopefully, the Supreme Court will see these motherfuckers fuck me. And then COVID happened. It's been 3 years,
Hmm.
Mhm.
That's right. Wow.
and black people are upset knowing that the system cheated him, and he got out because the system cheated him, and they mad. I don't get it.
I don't understand why they mad. Why would you be mad?
Well,
Especially when you know the system cheated him.
And that's why it's so important for black people to know their rules and regulations when it comes to court. A
And you
lot
gotta
of
have
them
that money
don't.
too.
A
You
lot
gotta
of them
have that
don't.
money too. That
A
helps.
lot, and a lot of them just don't care. They can hear and say the
Yeah.
shit, but they really don't care.
But then you find a lot of black people don't know their rules and regulations. They don't know their laws. Okay.
A lot of that shit is their fault. They walk around
Yeah.
all day with a fucking computer in their pocket and look at nothing but fucking bullshit.
And I agree with you.
so since this conversation is about accountability, and I don't want to just generalize it as one race, but I'm gonna piggyback on what Trey just said about how black people was upset about Bill getting the accountability is we're looking at how African Americans, black people, feel about how Bill was actually able to get out of jail, but then they're upset that Shakari is able to smoke
Mhm.
weed, but they still want her to run for the Olympics. So where's the accountability within ourselves as a whole, a collective? Because we do pick and choose our battles, and we do have selective outrage a lot of times about a lot of different situations.
Right now, we get beat up just for calling these people, those kind of people out. You know what I'm saying? We see that at the top. You know what I'm saying? With your tractor guy. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
I mean, you say fuck Kwame Brown and the whole world against you.
Well, how the
What
man? He's not
No,
even here. He's not even on the subject. He's not on. What?
nah, I didn't mean to bring it up
The
like
go
that, but
along,
you know
get
what I'm saying?
along gang is at your throat. You say fuck Kwame Brown. Look how she looking.
Okay, so what about the ones that Trump let out?
He let out some fine individuals.
Fine individuals.
Kodak
Yeah,
Black and Lil Wayne.
So they
those
Really?
are
so
not,
you mean to tell me they didn't take accountability for a lot of things that they have done as well?
yes, they served a lot of time in jail. It's not like they just went in and he let them out. Them people had been in jail for years, 20s of years. Kodak Black had did 3.5 of a 4-year sentence, ma'am. Why you
Oh,
keep saying his name? He got out 6 months early, Georgia Chat.
Okay.
and
She did, but I'm saying that's what is that, a favor? He got out
yeah, it
6 months
was
early. That's
6 months.
good behavior. That normally happens with good behavior.
And you seen what this fool been doing to his community, what he's been doing since he been out.
So since
He
he been
been he
out,
been getting keys to his city, which you hated on, because the man gave out socks.
He passed out
You love Kwame
socks.
Brown talking about he will walk around barefooted and shit. Well, Kodak Black giving out socks so kids won't be barefooted. He actually giving out shoes, unlike Kwame Brown.
and what else he doing?
I don't know, but more than Kwame Brown.
Don't talk about coming around. Don't talk about it.
Oh
That,
God, you
that
got a
is true.
tractor too. Are you
That,
team tractor, Miss Faith?
No, I like everybody. I do. I'm a people's person, but still, everybody's giving him a hard time. You know what I'm saying? And you're not taking consideration of his position and the things that he encountered and he went through as well.
I'm
I
just
mean,
cloud chasing.
I,
That's my
I still
job.
give him, I still giving him a little bit of time. I'm gonna be tough on him, but you know what I'm saying. I know he
Oh,
just woke
really
up.
mad? Really?
Man, you
Yeah,
a sucker. Man, you
he's
a
Yeah,
gonna
sucker for
fool
saying
y'all,
that.
all y'all. He's gonna
which
fool all y'all.
No,
I,
I've already
that's
predicted
what I
he
hope.
gonna be the
he is.
he gonna be the biggest fraud since Umar Johnson.
And
Uber.
see, and
That
that's
is
what
my
leaves me.
prediction.
That's what leaves me on the fence right there.
Oh
Because
my
it can go
goodness,
either way.
not Omar.
But right now, I
That's
just see
gonna
him
be
every
my
day talking.
prediction. Cause Joy,
I don't.
you said them super chats check come on the 21st, baby. It's the 4th of July. It'll be the 5th. It's the 5th in
Okay.
3 minutes. I ain't seen no shoes yet. I ain't heard
But I
no
thought you didn't
PSA.
follow him. I thought you
He
didn't
ain't went
follow
on.
him or
I
watch his
followed the nigga
channel.
on IG. I ain't seen him post nothing on IG. I see him go live saying I'm finna go live on YouTube.
So what are you looking for him to show you?
The shit that he claimed he was gonna give.
Okay.
Or
So
at
due to
least
the
start the
fact that you have not seen it, that doesn't mean that it's not in process right now. Going, he's not
I
getting it
mean,
together.
this is
I'm
what
just asking.
Miss Faith. I'm gonna tell you like I told Joy. This nigga claim he's a millionaire. He ain't supposed to be waiting on no super check to come. He can just write it
And
and
like
get
I told Money
reimbursed.
Boy, he said he wants to use his super chat money to get the shoes from his
Why he
supporters.
don't link up with Shaq? Why he don't link up with
You
Shaq
think
and get a whole
once
bunch of
again,
shoes?
here you
How you
are
gonna
trying to
tell
tell
him what he
somebody.
needs to do
Cause he
though?
said he can't get up with East Bay, which is the John he lied to the people and said he had a deal with. I've been working with East Bay. I got a deal with them. Only to say he ain't got no deal with East Bay.
Okay, but how you know that he's not doing something else though? Have you gave him a chance yet?
Ma'am, he on YouTube
Or
24/7 like me.
okay, so what they have to do? We see a lot of millionaires that's doing a lot of things and ain't gave back to the community and said a lot of things that they was gonna do and we didn't haven't seen it.
And we asked where the fuck it's at. If you come out publicly and
But
say
yet
what you
still, we're
gonna do,
not
we
hard on
ask.
them. We're not hard
I
on them, but we're
am.
gonna be hard on Mr. Brown.
I'm hard on Umar for saying he was gonna open up a school and all he doing is fucking with their gym. They got black mold on the walls. I fuck with everybody equally. If you say you're gonna do something publicly,
You said, "Oh,
I'm just saying. Umar ain't opened the school. He been taking up money for 10 years. Sound like
Comment in
Kwame.
the chat.
I've been taking super chats.
There's a comment in the chat from Miss Dr. Jefferson. He may be trying to make sure his taxes are accounted for his donation money.
He's a millionaire. He can just
hey,
buy the
Nitro,
shoes.
Eric Brown."
He can buy the shoes. He's a
You're
millionaire.
making more excuses than a nigga going to jail.
No, I'm not. I'm
His
just pointing out the nigga.
situation.
I'll
The
tell you the
nigga
truth,
can
it
write
would
a
be
check
easy.
for 100,000 pairs of shoes right now if he wanted to.
Or he
He
can
a
get an
millionaire.
endorsement. He an endorsement. I mean, he can get an
So
endorsement.
yeah, I'm just gonna
That'd
say
be his
how you
fault.
know that he's not trying to get endorsed, or how you know that he's not, getting the
What does
shoes. What?
that? But what they got? He said, "When
Well,
I
boy, he's
get the
not gonna
super
move the
chat
way you
money."
want.
No,
If
he
you
said,
had
"When I get the
listen, if
super
you
chat
had the
money."
money, you probably would have already did what you had to do and got shoes rolling in and out. Okay,
Especially if I'm a millionaire, I'm not waiting on the super chats from YouTube for a millionaire. I
but
would
at the
just
same
wait for the
time,
YouTube money to replace the money that I spent.
but
But then, truthfully, if we actually knew his plan, how bad would niggas fuck it up? Because we know his plan.
I
Niggas
just
fuck
say,
up a
ain't
lot of
saying
shit
all I know
because
Like
about is the shoes.
are you talking? Wait, where you at? Like this nigga
All
right
I'm
here?
holding him to is the shoes.
Because
Man,
he's
you
trying to
a
figure
man,
out
you a
his
sucker.
plan.
You
that's
sound like
why
you,
that's why I
man,
was
you a
hesitating to pull the
man,
trigger. You know what I'm
man. You
saying?
sound like you back on Team Tractor, sir.
listen, you got to
No,
understand
I look
all
at it with
eyes on
logic.
him. You got to
You know what I'm
understand
saying?
all eyes on him right now. Okay, and as soon as it's a mistake, y'all gonna hold him accountable for
Mm,
it.
hello,
Okay, let's
hello.
talk about it. Y'all
Let's
gonna
talk
hold
about
him
it.
accountable. Y'all gonna be talking
I
about
am
him. It's gonna be so
surrounded
many
by
YouTube
Quamites.
channels, all in the paper, all on the news, everything.
I
Okay, so
am
he know all
surrounded.
eyes on him.
I am
Okay,
surrounded by
only
Quamites.
thing
I
we
don't know
asking
what
you
to
just
do.
give him a few, give him a couple. Come on, let's work
They
with him now.
running me over with the tractor.
Let's work with him now. Don't throw him out there to the fish. Okay, don't throw him out there. Don't do him like
Man,
that.
turned on me. Man, how dare you, sir?
I'm just saying, don't throw him on. Don't throw him out there like that.
I'm just looking
That's
at it
my
with logic. See,
job.
Everybody else done had a chance. Why he
It's
can't
my
have one? Give him.
job.
Everybody, don't get disrespected. This is for Money Boy.
Homeless asshole. Who you coughing at? Who you coughing at?
I wasn't coughing.
I know you ain't coughing at me.
Like, damn, is that serious?
But you wouldn't hit Joe Budden though.
Oh Lord, no, she did.
But you wouldn't hit Joe Budden though. But that's funny.
It was.
maybe my opinion is coming from I didn't see none of him today. If I had seen him today, it would have pissed
Nigga,
me
he
off
was
because every
live.
part of his plan.
He was
I
live
mean, I
twice
flipped
today.
on him.
It was 4th of July. He woke up this morning on live.
But it's okay. Well, we're asking you because it seems like that you're saying that you don't watch him, but yet still you watch him on Instagram. But at the same time, he didn't been lied twice. See, it that came out your mouth, so you are watching him, okay?
She
But at the
just
same,
said it.
but at
She
the
just
same,
said it.
you said out your mouth you was
I don't
watching him. You
watch
seen him
it. I
on.
don't.
So you
I
didn't
get
see
the
him on Instagram?
notifications. I
You
see
didn't see
the
him on Instagram?
notifications.
Did you
Get the
get see him on
notifications.
Instagram? Did you
Yes.
see him on Instagram? Okay, so
The
have you noticed that
notifications.
he's been live today?
No. I noticed he was
Okay,
live today on YouTube.
okay, so that means that you know. Okay, so have you taken consideration of the things in his thinking ability level for as the shoes concerned? Or are you looking at the date to know that he already had a super chit
Faith.
from YouTube? I'm just asking from YouTube, and there should be some shoes rolling in and rolling out. I'm just asking.
Before I answer that, I just want to say fuck Kwame Brown. Second of all, Joy Chit
I
Chat was
knew
the
that
one
was
that
coming, Joy. I knew that
brought
was.
up these dates about super chats and what this nigga said his master plan was. I didn't know. This is what Joy said.
I
I
didn't
just
write
pointed
them about
out it's the 4th.
21st.
It's the 4th.
I
I ain't
just
seen no shoes yet. He a
I
millionaire.
just can't
Why is a
believe he came
millionaire
out
waiting
talking
on
all
super
that
chats?
smart shit and ain't had no plan.
Well,
How
just
you
like
come
the
out
comment was in the chat room from Dr. Jefferson once again says, so you want him to pay taxes on it twice.
He don't have
Yes,
to. He
Dr.
has the
Johnson,
money.
he do.
He's already paid taxes on the money that's in his account when he goes and buys the shoes.
But how do you know that?
Because the money is already in his account. If it's in your account, it got taxed. He's a
So
millionaire, remember? He got the money
so
in his bank already. I need to buy some shoes. I'm finna buy some shoes, which is what I said I'm gonna do. I know I'm gonna get 70,000 from YouTube. I'm gonna write a check for 70,000.
so are you pressed? I'm just
Yes, I am pressed because it's my job. I am clout chasing. He hot right now. Him and Kevin Samuels. I told y'all he was
That's what you
gay
need
a
to.
long time
That's what
ago.
you need to
Now
talk.
y'all
That's what
just
you
coming
need to
around to
say.
Kevin
Now,
Samuels
see,
being
Joy,
gay.
this is when the feelings come out. You see that? Yes, I am. Because I'm cloud chasing. Because he said he was gonna do this and he
I've been saying
haven't
this
done
for
it.
weeks. Hey, I told y'all Kevin Samuels was gay. I've been saying he liked gelato, and now people just
Wait.
now
He's
coming around
what?
to it. He's
He's
gay.
what?
He's gay.
Allegedly.
There ain't no
can
allegedly. That
I'm
nigga
not
gay.
confirming that. I don't.
Ma'am, he asked
Well,
the LGBT community to protect him. Why? I won't need them to protect me.
Whoa, I ain't know that. Yeah, he gay.
oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Joy, ask me
Hold
if I'm gay right now. Ask me if
on.
I'm gay.
Wait.
This is how normal niggas do it. Ask
Wait
me
a
if I'm
minute.
gay, Joy.
Trey, are you homosexual?
Hell no. Quit playing. That's how normal niggas would answer that question. DJ Vlad asked you the president, it don't matter. Quit playing with me, bro. Hell no.
Wait a minute.
You don't ask the
Did you just say what I
LGBT.
thought you said?
Yes, this nigga was asked
He
if he
asked
was
who to
gay.
protect him.
The LGBT community. He said, y'all on the clock. Why would y'all let them call me gay? Ain't they protected people?
Yeah, they do protect their people now. They do
Can't
They ain't
protect their
my
people.
people, so I don't need their protection.
Well, I don't, I said he was gay as well, but I'm just saying I ain't had no concrete evidence, but I always thought he was gay because it seemed like he know more about men than some of the women. I'm just saying.
Well, all his
I'm,
clients are men.
I'm just saying. And then the
All
little
his
glitch
clients
didn't
are
make it no
men.
better. You know what I'm saying?
The glitch, him saying he was a country girl, him saying, I want to try some of that, turned the camera around, and it was a nigga walking. It's a whole bunch of shit ain't made sense.
Wait a minute, I didn't see that boy. What man walking? I seen a man in the bed.
He was in the ice cream shop getting some gelato, and he, for some reason, his phone. He seen a guy walking out the door, and he flipped his phone around like, I would love to try some of that. And it was a guy walking out the door, a young Hispanic guy at that. And I'm sitting there looking at this like, whoa.
Just a year ago, live. He did it live.
Yeah, he was live.
This
He was
nigga
in
been
there
dropping Easter eggs that he
remember
gave.
Trey,
I'm
how
dead.
he ice cream? He had a spoon in his mouth, rolling all in his mouth. I was sitting there like,
No, he was eating it normal with the spoon. When the chicks left, he started getting freaky with the ice cream. He dropped the spoon when the chicks left. That's when he got excited and saw the dude.
That's why we
Makes sense
you ever
now.
hear me and Trey say gelato. That's because that's what he was saying in his video. He's over there eating gelato.
So y'all know that right now, you know, Kevin is very, you know, hot out here in the YouTube streets, right?
Child, Kevin, so wait a minute, Faith.
You know what?
Wait, hold on, Trey. One quick joke, Faith. Got him so hot, you got people going crazy making lies about other people making jokes about his ass.
Right.
Sha'Carri is bisexual and nobody cares.
Who?
Sha'Carri is bisexual. Nobody cares.
No, nobody cares. But the spec on this Kevin Samuel guy.
Okay. I didn't know.
They don't.
Yeah,
she's bisexual. She had a story when she ran in the Olympics that day that her girlfriend picked out the orange color hair she ran in.
Well, she's protected. That's why Nike probably keeping her on the.
Kevin Samuelson signed a deal with Nike.
Hold on, guys. I got a knock.
High value Nikes.
Knock. Who is it?
What y'all got going on? I just needed to make.
We're cloud chasing at this point.
I needed to make some clarification, sir, because what you said is that Kevin Samuel said, "Isn't that a protected group?" No, he said, "Wait, this is a protected group to include himself." So, yeah, he is gay.
Hey, somebody owe me some money. Thank y'all for clarifying that. I need them to go back at this time step and review this right here.
Yeah. Oh, man. It is what it is, you know.
I said that.
But you know, he doesn't want people to know that. But other than that, I mean, look at how he does the phone and things. Like, you know,
you can tell though. You can't tell.
Really? That's how you heard the phone?
Listen, Linda. Like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, I was like looking at him on one of these things. I could barely even keep up. I could barely watch it because I was like, oh man, this is just too much. You know, there's nothing wrong with gay people, but some people just go too far. Like, you're doing too much. Like, you telling me like you're feeding it that much that you got to be doing this. I'm a woman. I don't go around doing this.
Exactly.
Yeah,
who does that?
I don't hold my phone like that. Any of the men
my phone
like that?
Stroking the phone, playing with the mouse and stuff. You guys gotta watch a couple of videos, like, you know, doing his mouth in certain ways.
I haven't really paid too much attention to him. He doesn't float my boat.
Well, you know, I've been kind of forced to watch quite a few of his videos now. Like, I want to say 17. And it's been torture, so.
Well, I just want the definition of what people consider him as being a high volume man. Okay? Can somebody break that down for me? Because that's what he say, you know, he is. He's a high volume man, right?
Well, he's not high value, for sure.
Exactly.
He's not high value, for sure. But I mean, hey, he was welcomed by a group of guys, you know, that saw that it was a good thing that he bought a escort to a company event. So if that's what he needed for validation,
there's nothing wrong with that.
If that's what he needed for validation,
if your girl at home look like Precious and you got an event, an escort will do.
Well, if you have no girl at home because there is really a man at home that is waiting on Zoom, according to Kevin Samuels, then, you know.
Or like, the escort is
and I'll have you know, when I was in Vegas a couple weeks ago, I was a billboard that drove around that says "Girls delivered to your room."
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with women who are selling themselves. Whatever your occupation is, do it.
Don't
do
be
it with pride.
John shaming up here.
I'm 100% sex positive, body positive. However, what I'm not positive about is people who mask behind escorts in order to hide their sexuality or their confusion. So whatever he is, I think that he needs to come out openly and not in a roundabout way to his fan base so that they know that, okay, you know what? He's a part of the same people that we are looking for this high value man.
Kevin said it ain't none of y'all business if he sucked dick. He said it ain't none of y'all business.
So Dr. Jefferson, did you see the one where he did with I can't remember the Instagram model name. I think she's Asian or something. Jenny or something. And I noticed that he does a lot of, when he does those type of one-on-ones with women, it's always those Instagram women. And they're never African-American women. They're of exotic whatever. So I was noticing that as well with these interviews. And I was just like, it's interesting.
He's not gonna do any with the African-American woman, because the African-American woman is who he attributes his trauma to, because that's who hurt him. What do you want, Jack?
And see, I always took in consideration that too. And the reason why, that I don't care for him is because I don't like when he interview women, or, if it wasn't for them calling in, he wouldn't be so, to me, he don't take in consideration or their feelings or anything like that. They call in, and then once they call in, he tell them, how much you weigh, and do you have a father in your life, and all this other type of stuff. But you got to remember the things that he went through in his life as well. And I do agree with you for is a Black African woman, hurting him. And that's why I feel like he's so hard on some of the women that he have talked to. But not only that, then if you're giving a woman advice, you're giving her advice not to bring her on there to crucify her or to nail her to the cross or make her feel very low or have low self-esteem, because this is the way you feel that woman or women that have been calling in should be. He don't take consideration of saying, hey, maybe you need to consider, going back to school, getting you a degree, you know what I'm saying? And I understand it may be hard for you because you have kids, etc. And I'm gonna bring you back on the show within a year or 6 months just to see how you have been doing or whatever the case may be. He don't take consideration of none of that.
I think it's entertainment, and it's just like when I used to watch Margaret to see who wasn't the father. It's just entertainment. I don't think he's actually trying to help anybody. It's entertaining to get on there and dog people.
No, it's not. It's therapeutic. So it's different. When you talk about entertainment people, they don't have a dog in a fight. So for him, it's therapeutic, which is why he's bonded through his trauma experiences with women, with so many of the guys who are following him. Like, his number one thing is for him to degrade Black women. That's why Joy's point of contention is right. He doesn't do interviews with these women and aggressively interviews them that are not Black, because those women are not his target. So for him, it's about alleviating the stress associated with the rejection that came from the mouth of the essence of the being of a Black woman. Those women that he was in 2 failed marriages to.
Exactly.
And that's why he targets specifically Black women with children, because he left a child behind that he was responsible for paying child support for. And that was a point of contention for him as well. He never could acquire the amount of financial stability that was required of him by his wife at the time, and she left him. So
he don't know if these women have kids when they call in, right?
No, he knows, because he's surveying them in the chat.
Oh, it's some that come on that don't have any.
No.
They're just older.
No, I'm talking about the women who he targets aggressively. So it's a difference in the way that he, there are some truths that he speaks when he talks to these women that don't have kids. But the reason is because now you're a 34-year-old that I can't go after because you haven't had risky sexual practices that led to you becoming a single mother. But now you did go get an education. So I can target that and say that you're going to die alone because your mother misinformed you, right?
Or
Because
you
now,
wasn't raised by your father, so you don't have a father figure in your life. Yeah, that
yeah, and
part.
this particular woman, she had her father in the home and everything. And he was like, "Well, your mom misinformed you." She didn't misinform the young lady. She told the young lady to wait until she was older to get married, to give herself a chance to get settled in whatever career she chose, and maybe she would find her husband while she's in college.
Mm.
Hell, I got two daughters that are currently engaged, and they've gone to college. They found their husband while in college, so it makes sense to seat yourself amidst the company that you want to keep later on in life. These are accomplished men. One that went to school to become an architect. He got his degree now. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you have yourself seated amongst the type of man that you want to court you. So therefore, that
Hmm.
guy will easily find you. It doesn't mean that if, because for me, I value marriage, I want my girls to go ahead and decide to make that their point of contention, but their education is where they should be meeting that guy, whoever it is
Exactly.
they want to be with.
Okay.
So, it was a lie. I think Kevin Samuels has an issue though. He needs to accept his sexuality, maybe.
Hmm. So, can someone please? Because I heard you say that he's not a high value man, and we hear that all the time for his, other women saying,
Nobody
"Oh,
knows
he's
what
a."
that is. That shit is made up.
Listen though, but I'm saying he consider himself as a high value man,
He
and
made it
women.
up.
Okay, okay, I
But no,
understand
not
that.
really. Partner
Hold on.
evaluation has been around for ages. Partner evaluation has been around since we started to identify um, men in society who had a high propensity to succeed. That's where in high schools in America, where they say most likely to succeed or whatever, that's where that comes from. So the idea of the high value man has been around since like the friggin' late 50s. But the reality is it's different for every different woman because every different woman is looking for a different thing. So it's about finding a guy who adds value to you in the different components that you've identified are important, as you go through your maturation. So life is, sometimes hard, but it's fair if you know what you need out of your partner to keep yourself balanced.
The reason that I said that is because I have heard him say that he's a high value man, and then some of the men that do support him, and also some of the women that support them, taking consideration of they man being a high value man as well. Now, and I'm so glad that you explained that because we have some average guys that are high volume to their woman.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? They have value to them. And it's what you put into the relationship. So I'm just looking at the way he's directing women and guys in one way. But in reality, okay, you can go meet a young man or meet a young woman, and that woman or man, as y'all get to know each other, whatever the case may be, that man has some value to himself, or that woman has some value to herself, and you can put it together and you can succeed. But the way they're directing their crowd over there, that you have to be middle class and you have to have this and that in order to be a high volume man. And I disagree with that.
Yeah, that's crazy to me too, because the reality is Kevin Samuels isn't even anything close to what he preaches as a high
He's
value man.
not.
Even if we were to go based off of his standards, he says that you have to be a man that's making six figures and has been making those same sets in six figures for a consecutive 3-year period of time.
He has not.
He has not. YouTube blew him up the last couple
Mm-hmm.
of years.
Mm-hmm.
So you talk about you have to be accepted amongst other high value men. If that's all you're looking at, you're in high school again, sir. I'm gonna need you to return back to high school. High school is when men are going through the phase of identity crisis where they need to be
Right.
accepted by other men.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you see some men in their early adulthood going through that same level of identity crisis where they're pledging just because they want to be accepted in college. But that should be long gone in your 50s, my guy.
Right. Right.
Grow up. Like
Mm-hmm.
grow
Mm-hmm.
all the way up. So
I agree.
Well, I have something I want to add to the conversation when Dr. Jefferson said that it's therapeutic for what Kevin Samuels is doing, and Trey says entertainment. My thing is, what is the purpose of him going on these different interviews, speaking on it, if he's not there to help anybody? So how is it therapeutic and how is it entertainment when he just going on these interviews portraying like he's helping? Because I don't see the point of interviewing him.
So the interviews are for him too. So I know a lot of people, and I love the fact that his followers say these types of things. But so there are several things that we use as clinicians to diagnose a person's behavior.
Yes.
We collect information from a couple of sources. When you're on the internet, on YouTube, when you make your personal life everybody's business, man, you talk about a comprehensive diagnosis. Okay, so Kevin Samuels has extreme sociopathy. So antisocial personality disorder and narcissistic personality disorder. You can see that from shitloads of miles away. He's textbook in each of these areas. So we can see every facet of your life. When we do clinical diagnosing, we're evaluating people's behaviors in their personal social life. So that's amongst family and friends, the way family and friends see you. Let's look at the divorce transcripts. We look at the way that you behave socially amongst your peers. Hello, YouTube. Hello. We look at the way that you respond to other people in social settings. Shitloads of content, shitloads of video, and he's talked about it in interviews as well. And we looked at the way that you respond to criticism, whether it's healthy or unhealthy criticism, and your personal sense of self as it's presented over the internet and everywhere else. Sir?
Dr. Jefferson, I would hate to see your assessment of me, ma'am. You just described me.
I got you. Give it to me. Let me watch a couple more videos.
Me too, cause baby, you need to go for me. I'm coming for you.
But literally, we've looked at every single domain that Kevin Samuels functions in, and it's all out there for the world to see. What you see is a high level of inconsistency when it comes to the way that he approaches other people. He refuses to allow other people to live in their own space where their ideals don't align with his. He invades their personal space and their right to be free and believe what they want to believe in about their personal life experiences by way of pushing on his personal values onto them. He violates their rights in every single way to speak.
I guess I'm straight Kevin Samuels.
All of that. It's possible. Also, he needs attention. He feeds for attention, and he loves that. And
he loves it.
Gets more grandeur in his presentation when he has a lot of followers ganging up against these people. So he'll go to the chat and read the negative comments about the chat when it comes to these women not accepting his ridicule of them or his judgments of their number or whatever. That's 100% textbook narcissist, period. He has zero empathy whatsoever, zero sympathy whatsoever on the show. When these women say, well, I lost my XYZ, his face, his flat effect, all of that, his physical presentation, he would do better to just have his shows with the camera off if he wanted to avoid being diagnosed, okay?
Because his face tell you everything.
Exactly.
His body language tell you everything.
So what about me when I hear feelings? So what? But
your attention, you're
attention
seeking. They do that.
It's funny, ma'am. And it's fitting in a lot of situations.
I can agree with that. He's an attention whore.
I was made for attention, ma'am. I can't help it.
But literally, my thing is, like with Kevin Samuels, he puts illogical numbers out there in sequence and tries to make things make sense, and he presses his illogical values on other people. Just because of his trauma. His trauma bonding is a part of the diagnosis too. He needs people to jump on the bandwagon and make him feel better about shaming these people.
So it's more validation.
I need y'all to get on the bandwagon and tell Joy to put a block on the phone.
So, from my understanding, he do have 2 daughters. Is that correct?
He has
They're not his.
Nope, he has 1 biological daughter. Paternity test is
okay, so he had 1 daughter. So have y'all seen it? It was an interview. I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but there's an interview out here where they interviewed the daughter, and she was going through some hardships. Have y'all seen that yet?
I haven't seen it, but I Trust me, the daughter has been interviewed. I'll say that.
Okay, so and just in case I bring that interview because I have that as well. And yeah, she went through some hard things with her father.
Verify whether or not that's his real daughter, but I try to stay away from, because I've agreed to stay away from publicly taking him down around issues that contain his daughter, because I think that trauma attachment is a serious thing. Attachment related trauma, and I don't want that to be out there, because I feel like there are a lot of things that he's negated to do as a father, and there are certain subjects that myself as a practitioner who is held to a particular oath to do no harm, there's certain things that I don't want to kind of, push out there. And I think that his daughter definitely needs help, because anybody who's born to that kind of person.
Okay, and I understand your point of view and your position, but I'm taking into consideration of what about the other women and the way that he talked to them about their kids as well. You understand what I'm saying? And making them feel bad. How many kids you got? Where the baby daddy at? Or is he in your life? And he don't understand. And I just seen women break down like in tears.
Me too.
Over there on his show, and he don't care. He's just looking at them like, let me see what else I can think of to hurt her more than what she's hurting now.
Yeah, he's incapable of being empathetic though.
But for is, the daughter, I'm just saying that it's already out here on YouTube. It's not a point of me bringing it to traumatize her, but people don't know. Yeah, people don't know a lot of things that she went through while he's putting on this big image and downing other guys and downing other women. And he has a daughter that's actually seeking his attention, that needs his attention in different ways, even though, she was traumatized in certain ways.
I can raise all my kids the same way. If one of them wants to be a thug, I can't take responsibility for that.
You can't.
So we don't know what decision this daughter made in her life to make him be like, you know what, you an adult. I
mean, well, the reality is he's never been in his. I know
he's
his
not
real
been
daughter.
There.
He's never been in her life. Because he was not able to make sufficient income, and that's one of the reasons why the centralized focus for high value man, according to him, has to do with a certain level of income. He was never able to make the income that his wife required for him to make in order for him to.
How the hell did he become? How the hell did that become her husband if he didn't meet the requirement?
When they married, this particular wife that he has a daughter with, when they married, he was making 26,000.
Oh, that was 26, 27.
Mm-hmm. When they first got married, he was making like $27,000 a year. And then he got a promotion. He was making like up to 35, 36, 37,000, something like that a year. And then quit when she got pregnant. They only stayed married for almost two years. Mm-hmm. When she got pregnant, he quit. Mm-hmm. He
2
quit
years.
His job, and then talk about he wanted to pursue his dreams, and she wasn't supporting his.
Maybe he wanted to be a stay-at-home.
Wasn't supporting her goals and all that. Supporting his goals and all that. Yeah, I seen that.
He refused to babysit for their child, so she had to pay out of pocket for childcare. I mean, it's a lot of stuff.
Killing the bro.
It's true.
I don't care. I'm just saying. I didn't know all of this. Y'all killing him.
Yeah,
it's
a lot about him.
Let me jump in real quick. Have y'all ever heard of this YouTuber named Paris Milan?
Yes.
He sounds
I have a little young little black girl.
Yeah, isn't she pushing like the same kind of message? From what I remember, I mean, I haven't watched it in about a year and a half, but it's like
she does a lot of colorism videos, but
niggas
I don't know nothing about her
either. I've not seen any of her videos. The only people have asked me to review for accountability when it comes to women are Cynthia G and Nyla Says, I think. So I got a whole thing on Cynthia G stuff. I just haven't done the video yet.
Now Cynthia G, I'm just looking up Paris Milan because I was sitting here trying to think of the name. And right now they going to war. Paris Milan and Cynthia G. How
Cynthia G has a lot of things going on over there. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know about the other young lady, but Cynthia, she has a lot going on over there.
Yeah,
She's
Cynthia
probably
G
been
went
She
hurt.
through.
does.
She went through a lot though.
Yeah.
I have a lot. I got a lot of background information and stuff on it, but that show is prepared. I just haven't done it yet because I'm kind of waiting for the right moment. And I really feel bad. I'm trying to give her an opportunity to come and be able to speak on some of the things because I feel like I don't hold any bars when it comes to accountability. So I want to give you an opportunity to speak your piece and say what it is that you're gonna say, just like I did with Umar Johnson. If you
Mm-hmm.
if you decline, I'm gonna move forward with the show, and God help you, because at the end of the day, it is what it is. What's out here is out here. You know what I mean? I think we all have to be accountable
Yeah.
for the things that we do, the missteps, the steps, whatever
We
they,
do.
and we got to be able to call a thing a thing. So everybody's hurt at some point, but it doesn't mean you
Woo.
got to take it out against the whole race of people, a whole general race of people, because you feel a way because somebody did you away. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Cynthia G, if you listening to this, J-O-Y, hey, chit chat, hey, take accountability now
Yep.
for the
well,
doctor get to you. Cause baby,
Yep. Do it now. You might be later.
yeah, she got a woo.
I sent an email, so we're gonna see what happens. It's only been a couple of days, but
Oh,
but
you put an asterisk on it.
back to this Paris Milan real quick though. But from what I remember from this chick, she was telling all the young girls, as far as the men really ain't nothing as far as work and stuff unless they're making more than $80,000 a year. All right.
mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm in an area where I mean you can take care of your rent for a year with about $3,000-$4,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Where you
I'm
live?
like,
Where you stay at?
child,
Right.
I'm in Eastern Carolina, man. It's a lot of land out here.
Oh,
But
I just was looking in Carolina to buy another beach house.
yeah, they got plenty of beach houses.
I'm looking I'm looking to kind of get northern Myrtle Beach area, because I
Oh
want to be as close to
That'll be the north, right?
no, that's South.
South?
Yeah,
It's
that's
South
South
Carolina,
Carolina.
but it's almost in North Carolina. It's like
Yeah, okay.
I think an
Yeah.
hour.
I think it's a piece of it in Florida too. It's
So
like
wait a
one of those
minute, how
beach
the hell is
places.
there a East Carolina if there's a North Carolina and a South Carolina? Where the fuck is East
Which
Carolina?
East Carolina is part of North Carolina. It's right below Virginia. It's like the Elizabeth City,
Mm-hmm.
Ahoskeys, you know what I'm saying, going out towards Nags Head and stuff like that. It got its own college, East Carolina.
Mm-hmm. It does.
But it
It's,
just makes no sense because it's in North Carolina.
This guy.
it's like it's the northern eastern part of North
You
Is
Carolina.
there
can't.
an East South Carolina?
Dang, my
Well,
dog.
I ain't never heard of that.
maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, I haven't
But
heard of her. Somebody send me a link to this girl's channel.
Shit.
All right.
What I know about a husky, shit. I don't want to
Paris
say too much. I don't
Milan,
want to
man.
dox myself.
oh my God,
That's
Cynthia
all I
G.
heard.
Lord have mercy.
That's those gossip watchers.
From the 252 to the 804.
Hmm. Yeah, Cynthia G is a piece of work. That's all I have to tell y'all. So if y'all ain't, tune into some things that she didn't said and went through or whatever. But one of the channel holders on YouTube just bust her for scamming. And I was looking at that the other day. I was in the
Corner Brown
bushes.
coming soon.
So I don't know.
All I'm gonna say is this. It's not a lot that'll get by everybody. You know what I mean? So I always say I like to give people an opportunity to speak on the issues, and even if they want to create a fake YouTube page and speak on the issues as if they're not the person, you can do what you want to do. But I feel like people should have the opportunity to clear their names when there are rumors out there. You know what I mean? Even if you're just gonna say fuck the haters, like Sha'Carri.
Right.
You know, I feel like you should have the opportunity to say something.
But who hated on Sha'Carri?
What you mean? The people that said that she shouldn't be out here smoking weed, that she need to deal with the loss of her mom in another way. All them people. What's wrong
Oh,
with
I
you?
didn't say all of that.
I know you ain't, because you like her brother and weed.
But actually, she's wrong. She is wrong though.
The pot can't call the kettle black.
That she's wrong.
See, I ain't
I'm
want
not
to
up
say
here
all
saying
that,
that she
but
should still run. She's wrong for smoking.
You can't, but you can't
no,
say that.
but y'all,
Somebody like
nobody,
me, I can
I
say that.
can't
You
get
know why?
I
fired for.
can
Because
too.
I'm not a substance
but y'all,
user.
I can't get suspended for smoking weed for my job. She can. So she was wrong.
I mean, she knew what she was doing, man. The girl, 21 years old, she just didn't pick this up that day.
Wrong.
You know what I'm
Wrong. Let me
saying?
look.
This is a
Man.
car
Let me tell
repair
you something.
curb.
Man, let me tell you something. I can count. Probably, I'll be counting for 3 months. Okay, if I started to count each patient that came in under the age of 35 that told me, Dr. J, there's no way that you found that in my system. It's no way. It's no way. It's no way.
Okay, so Dr. Jefferson, this is what the basis of the conversation was about, accountability. So you're saying that even though she had it in her system, she shouldn't take accountability for what she did, and she shouldn't be, I want to use the word punished, but reprimanded for what she did for something that's in, I guess, in the rules.
Hell no. I'm saying she should definitely take accountability. She should be punished, and she's gonna live out that punishment. She shouldn't be running for a period of time because she got to learn a lesson. It's called being an adult. So sometimes there are rules in life that you don't like, that you want a damn break, but you can't break them, because if you end up in jail, motherfucker, you can't go get your nails done. You can't go get them long ass eyelashes on. You can't go do none of that. None of it.
I mean, if
You
it
know?
Shout
came,
out to
Hell
DJ
no.
Carrington. I haven't
which,
said her name in a minute.
now, if it came down to it, to me, I would let her ride, and I would pull the girl that turned her back on the flag. I would pull her ass out for a replacement.
Nah, I'm not letting her ride, and I'm not mad at the woman who turned her back on the flag. That's
I
her
think
right.
she's done myself.
The weed ain't worse than turning your back on the damn flag on national
I'm
television.
not mad. That's
You
her
know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's her right.
It is
But
a
it is.
right.
But you know what? Now that you said that, it is kind of dumb that you running for America, but then you turn your that is kind of an asshole move. Why
That's
are you
when I
here
said
then?
she was done, because a lot of people are looking at it in a different way, in a different scale level. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I was saying, what was other people saying, you know what I'm saying, about her, still being able to run and do what she do and not feel offended. Seriously, we got to think about it. How do other people feel, the ones that she was running against, and come to find out, how do they feel?
They probably mad she got 30 days. They like, why she ain't suspended for months like everybody else? She got a slap on the wrist.
I mean, that ain't a slap on the wrist if they took her record away too.
That is a slap.
That's a slap right there.
That was a qualifying record. That don't mean shit. What means
right
something is at the
it was
Olympics.
a qualifying record.
Yes, it was to get her to
That
the
was a
Olympics
slap.
to go set a record. She just can't set that record in her individual event, but in the relay, she can help them run the fastest time.
Yeah, she still got other things that she can do. I think that they should have disbarred her completely for a number of years. At the end of the day, I feel like you got to learn that when you break rules, there are consequences. It's a lot of money riding on her, not only being
a couple of years is kind of strong, man. That's kind of strong when they did on Michael Phelps for 3 months.
Bro, Michael Phelps.
What?
First of all, Michael Phelps when he got caught smoking the bong, it was after he just won 6 gold medals. He wasn't in competition,
it wasn't before.
and he got suspended for 6 months.
Exactly.
I mean, I know that. I mean, I'm following along.
So you can't. So fuck Michael Phelps. He ain't got nothing to do with this conversation.
She said years.
Yeah, I said a couple of years. You know why?
I wouldn't say years.
I say years, a couple of years, because her money, her contracts, her endorsements are based on years. They're not based off of just one event or two events.
Y'all try to turn her into a junkie, boy. She ain't
No,
never
that's
gonna
not
recover
turning
from
her
that.
into a junkie. That's making her learn to be a responsible adult. So the problem that I have with fast money when it comes to young people entering into these industries, even though they work very hard to get there, is that they don't know how to keep themselves at that high level of functioning. They don't know how to value what they have because it comes so quickly. And so it typically slips right through their fingers. So just like an NFL player, when they're fined, it's so heavy that typically it takes about 1 year's salary for them when they are fined for stuff, stiff penalties. Actual money, it takes about a full year's salary for him. So I think that she needs to go through the same thing. She needs to know what it's like for her to not have that income, to not have that coming in, for her to spend, to still have to work just as hard to keep herself in alignment with everybody else so she can remain competitive, but not be paid for it. They do it in the military all the time. We write Article 15s all the time.
MoneyBoy. So that's why I was saying I
Article
think that she's
15s are
done.
trash and should be against the law.
Nah, they're effective and they work. Get soldiers in line. So at the end of free labor, when you start working for free, you realize that you should probably,
Free labor is slavery.
So you put yourself in slavery then.
Well, Article 15s are trash. It should be outlawed. That's
No,
what
I don't
people
think
should
so.
be doing.
No, people should start maintaining in alignment with the rules that are in place to regulate the
Regulations.
You
areas.
take the
Yeah, the areas
stripes
that
and
they're
the
working.
money.
Right. Okay, I got you.
So I think that if we're not people that hold them accountable, when we don't make sure that they have a healthy enough penalty for them to avoid these behaviors again in the future, we're just okaying it. We're basically just slapping them on the wrist, turning a blind eye, and saying, you know what, do what you got to do.
Okay, so
Weekend PT is punishment enough.
Nope.
so do you think that it was an excuse for her to use marijuana when it came to her mom?
Of course not.
Okay.
Of course not. That's
You know,
ridiculous.
you
When
know
she
damn
referred
well.
to her as her biological mom, that should have told you guys everything.
She said, was it a valid excuse? Was it an excuse? She used her mom's death as an excuse.
I don't think she tried to use that in and of itself as an excuse. I think she used the fact that she was not coping well as a result of the death as an excuse.
And that's why I said people handle situations differently when it comes to losing. And that's why I asked the question, have she tested positive before? And I think no one knew. But this is the
No,
first
she didn't.
this is the
So
first time that she tested positive. And a
yeah.
lot of people don't know how to cope, with death. And you got to understand this is her mom.
Yeah,
So
coping is very difficult. I deal with it every day. I'm a psychotherapist. So I see people dealing with death in all types of ways. But the reality is, smoking marijuana is not the answer. Just because she didn't get caught before
Yes,
doesn't
it
mean that she
is.
wasn't doing weed before.
Smoking marijuana
So
is
at
the
the end of
best
the day,
answer
she got
ever.
caught because she slipped up and she had that mindset that all
Testify,
patients have when
brother.
they come
Testify.
in. They think that they did a good job at diluting the outcome. And so that means that they're not going to get caught. It's not going to be there.
Dr. Jefferson,
So
can
it's
you
a
write me a
possibility.
prescription for weed?
Absolutely not.
It's a possibility that she, because marijuana do stay in your system. I think someone on a panel said that
30 days.
28, 30 days, right?
It can
So
stay
it's
in there for 30 days, but it could some I've had some people it's been in there for 45 days solid.
They were fed.
Man, I know she beating up the cousin that walked up on her to make sure that she was all right while he was hitting the blunt. Like, hit this shit. I know she mad as hell, right?
But I think she's very hurt though, y'all. I don't know how nobody else feel about it, but I really think that she is
all over
hurt.
her face.
She's hurt because
she's hurt. Go ahead.
She's hurt because she's entitled. So that's the thing that we don't accept. These young kids are entitled these days, especially when they have finally made it out of the hood, out of a bad situation, and things like that. Like, that's the main thing. Literally, that is the main thing. That is the difference between them and kids from the 50s, 60s, 70s. Entitlement,
Right.
that sense of entitlement. There is zero accountability because they feel like they have the right to do whatever they want to do and they know everything. That why do you think you can't walk up to a Gen Z girl and tell her anything about her damn bonnet or her flip-flops or her PJs? You can't tell them nothing because they feel like they know everything. So you know everything, ma'am. Take them couple of years and sit your ass down.
I don't think she's hurt because she said this would be the last time the Americans don't win the gold in 100. She's still cocky and she still gets to run.
No.
She can
Her
get to miss one
pride is
event.
hurt though. You can tell from.
You can
So
tell
there is
she's
a
hurt though,
mask.
money boy.
Yeah, there's a mask that she was wearing in that interview. The interview that I aired on my channel when I did it, that's what I wanted people to see. I just wanted the people to see before the video even started to air, before she even started to talk, she wanted to cry in that moment. She refused to
When
allow.
don't black women wanna cry when they get caught doing some shit? That's a natural reflex.
It wasn't the fact that she had gotten caught. It's the fact that she had been outed on a public platform for misrepresenting a group of people that have claimed to have had it so difficult. Black people. So you're supposed to be the face of black excellence at this point. So you have disappointed not only your followers, not only your fans, but also this entire race. That's a large burden to carry for a young kid.
I didn't give her all that responsibility.
Yeah, but that's her achievements did. And she walked into them saying that, hey, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it right. And then the moment she gets caught, because she's still a kid, she still has to go through this developmental cycle. She's at the most important identity crisis stage of her life. Early adulthood.
Like Kwame Brown, man, calling 21-year-olds kids.
True.
She is a kid.
She is. She's young.
Kwame Brown.
Man, I think we pissed her off. That's what I think we did.
But it's records. But it's facts though, and I don't think no one took in consideration of her achieving, and her being successful, and what she do. But not only that, she was very hurt, and you can tell the tears in her face.
Yep.
You can tell her voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
She knew what would happen if she smoked weed.
No, I understand.
What would happen if she got caught?
Listen,
so
we understand.
It's different getting caught than just doing it. Lots of people smoke weed, snort powder, all that shit. Okay, you guys are not the
drug tests in college. She had to take drug tests in college to run track at LSU.
So that's the point. In college, when she was taking those drug tests, she was winning because she was diluting the test, but had enough time to make it look normal. So now she tried to dilute a test and they popped her anyway, because you can tell, we can look at it and tell when you do. Like, that's what I try to explain to people. There is nothing new about the human anatomy. I know that you guys think that you're like super friggin' smart and all that good stuff, but you cannot trick science.
It depends on who.
Okay, so can we?
What type of resources they're using?
Go ahead, man. I didn't hear you.
No, I was saying it just depends on what type of resources the people that are drug testing you are willing to use. And she was going against the World Anti-Doping Agency, who is strict as hell. They check for everything.
So I wanted to dissect the terminology that they were using in this situation when it came to she ingested the marijuana. So I was thinking, what did she have? Edible? She had a brownie or something?
Not necessarily.
It's the words that they're using.
Yeah, because
they're not using. If they check the hair follicle or something like that, it's all she wrote.
Well, no, her test was confirmed.
It's positive.
Blood analysis.
Yeah, they do blood and urine.
Yeah, but so and when you say ingesting can be eating, and it also can be smoking. It also can be using a needle.
Okay, so
I'm
why
with
do you
Jess
think it
on
was
that.
so important? Why do you guys think it was so important for them to use it in that way instead of saying she
Just
smoked
to
it?
say she wasn't smoking because she's a runner and runners ain't supposed to smoke.
Well, no, not
No, I don't
necessarily
think
just
so.
because of that, but also because oftentimes people don't understand that at the end of the day, if it is absorbed by your bloodstream, it's going to show up on your tox screen. So if we use the terminology ingest universally across the substance abuse community or substance abuse prevention community, maybe people on the outside will get the picture that, okay, no matter how I put it in me, it's going to be absorbed by
Oh,
my bloodstream.
So we got to understand that there's a lot of ways that different people, different companies, or whatever, take drug tests, and you find a lot of them these days are using your hair. A lot of them are still using, urine. A lot of people used to try to get away with it with I'm going to give you my urine so you can pass the drug test, and then it can be a female, but you got a male's urine. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't got so like a lot of people don't understand that it's not easy for you to pass a drug test no more. They have really stepped up, for its technology wise when it comes to drug tests. And now these days and times, they are doing a lot of drug tests when it comes to blood.
I had a homeboy that found out his girlfriend was pregnant because he used her pee for a drug test. So I understand.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because point of
This
service tests
food.
are now used.
Especially in the hospital, they're not doing no drug for as urine concern. They're doing straight blood.
But the thing is, I think that people look at the prelim. So the prelim,
I know, Coleman.
she didn't pop on the secondary test. She popped on the preliminary test, the first one. That was interesting. So that says that she had recently engaged in the substance. So
Hmm. And that comes into question on when she found out the mother passed away to the time she ingested the marijuana. And then who was this mysterious reporter that she was interviewing with that told her mother passed away? I would love to see him come out and say, "Oh yeah, that was me who act." I want to see the timeline behind all of this, but
I don't. To be honest with you, I don't think that that's the point that is important, because at the end of the day, nobody just runs to weed,
can learn to weed.
right?
That's
So
true.
nobody just all of a sudden, shit, I woke up, I had a traumatic event happen, I'm gonna go smoke a blunt. That doesn't happen. It
That's any
hasn't
drug
happened
concern. Mm-hmm.
right, right. It hasn't happened in the history of any human.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it hasn't. Like, I literally have had at least one very close family member or a very close friend pass away at least every 3 weeks in the last 2 years. I've smoked no drugs, snorted no drugs, and I have access to large amounts of drugs, apparently, in and out of the hospital. I attended the funerals. I went through my processes. I saw my therapist. I kept myself balanced and, calibrated. I did my number one coping mechanism, which is work. So I think essentially people do the first thing that you do when you experience trauma is go back to the thing that you normally
You
do to
used to
numb.
do.
So
Mm-hmm.
she's normally used drugs to numb.
I think I talked about that too. And I was saying that a lot of people that do drugs, they do it, you know what I'm saying, just to numb them for that moment so they don't have to cope with a lot of things that they're going through at that particular time.
Right. Right. And I mean, it's no disrespect to the girl for choosing this means, whatever works for you, girl. Okay, you know what I mean? But what
Mm-hmm.
you're not gonna play in this Olympic Games in this capacity. No, we're not doing that. You have to face the consequences. So you have to take accountability for your wrongs. I understand that you think that you're up here on this queen throne or whatever, because like you're the best to ever do it or whatever you're thinking or whatever, but we're not doing that. No excuses.
Okay.
No
So
excuses.
I agree. So how long has it been? Because I'm still, I got like I'm between like three different stories right now. So how long has it been before her mother passed? Did they go ahead and say how long her mom had passed or how long
It's
she
been a
been
week.
coping with the death of her mother?
It's been a week now. A week. And,
They didn't specifically say because she lied.
but no, it's been about a week and a half or almost 2 weeks now.
Where did you get this? She didn't mention it.
Look at the story, the cover story that I did on my channel from what is that, NBC Sports
Hold
or
on.
whatever.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Dr. Jefferson. Was that a shameless plug?
Yes, it was.
Better drop your link to the channel. I'm here for shameless
Look,
plug. Shit.
I'm on my phone. You know I don't know technology like that. You know
But
I don't
yeah, I'm
know
gonna have to go
technology
back and listen to that too, because I didn't hear when. That was my question as well. I don't know what's the timeline as well, so I'm gonna have to go back and check that out too.
Yeah,
Right.
So I
Right.
can get a
video from
clarification. Of it.
I think I did it yesterday, day before yesterday, whenever they made the announcement.
Okay, so this was fresh. This her mom just passed a week ago.
Yep, yep.
So Coleman baby says she mentioned it when she won the trials. So
Yeah,
when
that
was
was
the
that
prize?
same. Yeah, well, that was that same day. Well, the same, she did the interview that evening, right? With NBC.
Wow.
But she says her biological mother. So that tells you something. The reality is, if not to say that she doesn't have any attachment whatsoever, but she has other mother figures in her life that have played a more integral role. Now, we talk about regrets and how that guilt can be a part of the process after, losing a loved one and things like that. When you're compounding that, whatever personal regret she's had stewing over the length of time or whatever, the people in her life have to be held accountable for getting her the right kind of help that she needs. You
And
got your
that's
grandmother
mhm.
and your
I
auntie
can't
at
find
every
my
game.
story saying this.
And that's what I was going to ask you. I know that a lot of people may be upset or are talking about it and, this and that, but have anyone like tried to seek, help for her
Exactly.
during
No.
this difficult time? You know what I'm
Nope.
saying? And everybody is like, well, she shouldn't do this and she shouldn't do that. And there should be
Nope.
no excuses. And this is her mom. And then is she feeling some type of way? If not, then that's basically what she's talking about. My mom passed. I did use that. But have anybody taken consideration of what's the next step that can help her along the way, along this journey of life without her biological mother,
She
or is
goes on
seeking
to
help,
win
counseling,
gold.
therapy? No, I'm serious.
No, I'm saying she's going to go on to win gold in like 28 more days.
Possibly.
She qualified for the Olympics without her mom. She went through college and did all of that without her mom. She gonna win gold without her mom.
So it's not about the without her
But
mom
we're
part.
not
It's
talking
about
about
the
that
guilt.
part.
Yeah, it's about the
Yeah.
guilt part. Because some people, when people die, right, even if they're not close to them, but they are filial members to them, because she's a part of the conditional element of the child. So if she passes away, essentially, and this kid really now has regrets because, like, man, life is short. Maybe I should have gave her a second chance or whatever the case may be. Who knows?
I think she just used that as an excuse for her having smoked already.
If you say so.
Again, you said that wasn't her first time going to weed.
Yeah, I don't excuse her smoking weed,
She
but
been
it's not.
smoking
I'm not
weed
saying that was her
constantly.
first time smoking weed. I'm saying it's her first time getting
Get
caught for a
caught.
reason. So
Mhm.
if
And
she
she
been slick
happened to have a
enough,
legitimate excuse for it to make
no, but
people
not
not
really.
judge her as harshly.
Hell
Throwing
no.
in the
I'm
I
still
smoke because
judging.
my
The same
mom
amount of
died though.
harshness is still there.
But some people are feeling sorry for her because, oh, her mom died. I understand why she did it.
No, it's not the point of feeling sorry for her. It's the point of taking in consideration.
Exactly
But
the
had her
fact
Um,
that
mom
these
not
people.
Hold
died
on
and she
though.
just smoked, would people be saying she should still run? No.
The point
No.
that I was making was still, I think that a lot of people are taking in consideration of her being a young girl trying to be successful, even though, yes, she did admit that, what I'm saying, she smoked or whatever the case may be. The point is, we're looking beyond that. We looking after the 28 days. Can she make it into the 28 days? Will she have a breakdown? Is there anything physically or emotional or, what I'm saying, going on with her?
Yeah.
These are the things that we need to take in consideration of
But
this young girl.
I'm
I'm
gonna say
willing to bet you $100 she goes on to win gold, Faith. Make a bet.
Okay, so even if she do, the point is there's a breaking point right here.
Right, because she does need to get the help that she needs. She needs a proper assessment. She needs to sit with a mental health provider so that she can make sure that she's emotionally tethered to the right energy. Because the other part is this: at 21 years old, when the rest of the world is ridiculing you for making a bad decision and you got some people
Exactly.
supporting you, some people are not strong enough to make it past looking
I
at those
said that
judgments,
earlier.
internalizing. So they do commit suicide. They
Well,
get
Mhm.
courage from
She got y'all
I wanted to
food.
interject with that for 2 seconds, and I don't want to break up the conversation, but Meg Thee Stallion used that same excuse when she first came out. Her mom passed away. No, I'm serious. Her mom passed
No,
away,
I agree.
and it was that empathetic, like, oh, feel sorry for her. She's a young girl in the rap game, and it got real dangerous and real kind of confusing because she started doing things, and like you guys said, like Dr. Jefferson said, what are we doing to help these young ladies in these situations? Unfortunately, they're not getting the help that they need, and they're using that excuse and they're building off of it to the point where now you got Megan feeling entitled just to say,
Yep.
oh, somebody shot me. So y'all better believe me because my mom died. So feel sorry for me. I think that's the same route that, I'm sorry, Shakira. What's her name? Shakira?
to
A
carry.
week before the
Shakira.
Shakari.
Olympic
I think that's the
trials.
same excuse because we already seen it happen before. These kids are taking pages out of the books of social media. And that's just my opinion of it. I think
But
Her
we can't.
mom died a week before the Olympic
But we
trials, she
can't only
said.
say kids are taking. We can't only say kids. We got some adults that's doing the same thing.
They are still
well, they
kids.
are adults. They're 21, so they
No, I'm
technically
just
like they
saying
are
we have
adults.
some adults. I'm not talking about 22-year-old. We have some grown adults.
Yeah, it's
That's
kid. Listen. When I say use the term kids, when I talk about age and maturation are not one and the same. So even though people are like, oh, well, you're 36 years old, you're 39 years old, you're 65 years old, you're 80 years old, that doesn't mean that person went through all the developmental cycles and matured through them, so their age now matches their
number.
the equivalency of the number assigned to them based on the number of years they've been on the earth, because their maturation is something different. Like one of my main sayings is growth is inevitable, but maturation is a choice. So we have to choose to learn from life's lessons and experiences. If we don't choose to learn from those experiences that life yields through our life, then guess what? We're gonna stay stuck in that same cycle, because you damn
Exactly.
sure can't mature through the next cycle if you didn't mature through the previous cycle.
And it's all about your thinking ability level.
Right. So you have to give yourself space to grow into new spaces and become your best version of yourself. Like I always say to everybody, like if you have been smoking weed since you were 16 years old and you're 37 years old, you're 47 years old, and you're still smoking weed, where's the growth, Trey?
In the weed that I'm smoking. But yes, the trials were June 13th through the 20th. And she
That
said her
was a good
mom died
question,
a week
doctor.
before that. So that was
I'm
her
gonna have to
mom
use
died
that.
around the 6th. And then she smoked one time between the 6th and the 13th.
Now she ain't smoked one time. It was a week. It was a week past, and she got tested and popped.
Well, she didn't get tested until after her race. They did all the trials, all of them after the shit was over with. They all have to submit drug tests.
Yeah, but that's still a week. She had to submit a drug test. She was tested when she had to do the interview, not for the trials. She had to be tested before she did that interview. That
after the trials, but after the trials, when she found out she was going to the Olympics, they all had to submit tests afterwards. Kind of like boxers. When boxers get ready after a fight's over with, they immediately submit a blood sample. So the weed was in her test for her post-race drug test.
She didn't pop. That's what I'm telling you. She didn't pop until she had the interview. Listen to her talk to NBC. The interview, when she had the interview set up with the guy, she took a test then, and she popped on that test. That was her first positive.
Huh?
Yeah. The guy that told her the interview she set up with the dude.
If she had a positive test before she ran, they wouldn't have let her run.
She did this interview. You got to go back and watch the video because it was too long. It's only about 30, 45 minutes, but she talks about how she knew that the interview was set up with the guy. She knew she had the test in order for her to do the interview with the guy. And that's where she popped. That's where her first positive was. He reported her. That guy. He used the point of service cup, and then they confirmed the positive with the blood test. Because that's why I talk about preliminary. If you pop on the prelim, it automatically goes to the lab for confirmation. But it's uncommon for people to pop on the prelim because typically people do a really good job of diluting it. That's what I'm telling you. She thought she was slick.
But she wasn't slick enough.
Right.
So that means there's other chemicals and things that they're adding to this. What they call it? They call it weed, but it's different types of weed that they're using and all these different chemicals and stuff in there. And while they're trying to, you know what I'm saying, dilute it, like she said, she failed.
She failed her drug test following her Olympic qualifying 100-meter race.
Not the immediate.
Following that, I don't know if
that's
it's
after,
immediately.
Yeah, afterwards. Yeah, that's way after.
That's what I said. After the race, she got tested. I don't know if it was directly afterwards, but normally that's how it goes.
As a result of the race, she failed the test before that interview. That's still after the race. They didn't let her run run and get the results before the race. It was after all of that was said and done, and she was tested. She got the positive result.
She failed on the 19th.
Yeah,
which was that was after she ran. That was her post-race drug test.
No, that's the one before the interview. The dude was set up, and he gave it a point of service cup.
Man, what dude? No matter what. They know what we do.
You about the dude that told her mom died?
Hold on, let me go.
He said they know what we do.
The dude that told her mom died, that was a total different interview. That was just an interview because she was up there training for the Olympics, trying to get to it.
The interview for her being accepted to Tokyo.
See, I thought that she had already ran, and then that's when the drugs.
After she ran.
She had already.
She had to take a drug test after she qualified.
Right.
That got processed on the 19th. They said you failed. The trials were the 13th through the 20th. On the 19th, after she had already qualified, her post-race drug test came back with weed in it.
Now that you say that,
yeah, that's.
I don't even like how that sounds. I don't like how that sounds now that you say that back like that.
So that's
basically how they do it, though. That's how they catch boxers that took steroids after that may have taken drugs before the fight or during the fight. They drug test them immediately after the fight's over to make sure ain't shit in their blood. Maybe they slipped something in their water bottle. They test most athletes in competitive sports after that event is over with, according to Olympic testing.
As Dr. Jefferson find what she's looking for, I was going to say, once again, she was using a lot of words. And if you notice that she was, because she's like, what you're not going to find in Shakira, her name,
steroids.
You're not going to find steroids. And I'm like, why did you make that a point to say that?
Because
that's what most people get caught with.
No, because she made sure she cleared that.
But that's what most
It's just too
athletes
many
get caught
words.
with. Most athletes get caught with, especially Olympic athletes, they get caught with steroids. Lance Armstrong and all of them, they be cheating.
Yeah, it was
That's why
just
they.
too many words for me when she said that. I was just like, why would you have to make that a point? Because
She
now people
had great PR people because it's however people feel about it. She's been a lightning rod, no matter what side you're on. So her PR people were great.
You feel like her PR people were great? I feel like they did a shitty job for letting her talk.
We talking about it though. I mean, they let her talk because you have to. She's an athlete. We want to hear from it, and
Hell
people
no.
could hear.
You let her remain silent because what she
She
did
should have
is
been
incriminate
quiet.
herself. Yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
she's emotional. She's going and having this talk while she's emotional. And the reality
Mm-hmm.
is she gave more information to people that are going to talk about it so they can have more fuel against her.
Sympathetic.
and to
She's
be
I
honest,
also become
agree.
a
I
sympathetic
agree.
figure though.
it looked like she had ingested more marijuana on that interview.
That's what it was. Well, I
She
mean,
was
Exactly.
all like this
she
the whole
probably
time. And
confused those people
I was
too. They
like,
probably had that
snap
script
out
wrote
of it, girl.
down. She probably told them, "I got it," and then the camera came on and she froze up.
She ain't fucking freeze up. That girl, she was higher than a kite.
She
Could
was.
be.
It was like, let me go ahead and tell y'all the truth. It's me. You know, she looked like she was
Why
high.
can't it just be she's slow?
She was high.
Why can't be she's just not intelligent?
She was high.
No, I
Why
think
can't
she
it
was
be she's
high.
just not intelligent?
She was high.
High don't make you talk like that. I'm high right now. I don't talk like a baby.
You keep
Yes, you
comparing
do.
yourself to everybody,
Yes, you do.
emotionally and physically. You
I do
can't
Yes, you
not,
do.
control
Dr.
other
Jefferson,
people,
I do not
sir.
sound like a baby, man.
Yeah, you do. You do. Your speech is slurred and it's slow. It's not pressured.
I don't sound like a baby. She was saying like
Like, I hear feelings. So? So what? So what?
I ain't gonna make no excuses, but right before he had told me and he ain't had no right to tell me that, like, who is you? So if your mom was in a wreck on the highway and a police officer called and told you or made a home visit and told you, would you tell him, who are you to tell me this? You gotta point the finger at your family for allowing a reporter to tell you that your biological mama was dead instead of your grandma and them. Dude's actually good at his fucking job if he knew before you.
I don't. I know it's probably gonna sound pretty insensitive, but I don't necessarily buy that whole thing.
You said
Wow.
who?
I don't buy that whole story.
I said I think it's just bullshit. It was an excuse. After she
Some
said she wasn't gonna make one, it was a convenient excuse. And
That's what
they
I
just saying her
don't know.
mama died a week before the trials. They ain't giving no specific date. I'm sure this reporter is looking up the death certificate. Who is this reporter that told her this? This nigga don't got a name.
Well, see, Dr. Jefferson, you told me, oh, I think that point don't matter. I said, I want to find that reporter. I want to
None
see
of the
what day
media
this
has asked
happened.
these questions though. Who is this reporter and
Yeah,
what
I
is
want to
this
know
woman's
when
name and
this
when did she
happened.
die?
so
Well,
basically we're saying that she go
the
ahead.
reason I say he doesn't matter is because I feel like she has to take accountability either way. And to be honest with you, like I just told you, I feel like she already knew. I'm gonna make it plain. I feel like she already knew, and she was still pressing, and she wanted to avoid a public display of other issues. When it came to her being indifferent about the woman passing, so I feel like it's a lot there. Just saying.
I I bet if we pull her college record, she's failed a drug test or two in college.
I'm pretty sure she has. I'm telling you, she only got caught because
Olympic
she didn't
testing
do a
is
good job.
but Olympic testing is totally different from what she's used to. College shit is totally different from what the World Anti-Doping Agency requires from you. Maybe
Oh,
she
well,
didn't
you would know.
understand that they shit is totally different.
You would know. You would know.
I'm just saying.
Right, you don't know.
I know some athletes. They know the rules. They never fail a drug test. We used to be in the club with Memphis Grizzlies smoking weed, and none of them ever failed a drug test. I wonder why.
Was that a long time ago, Trey?
Just recently, they still do it.
They had some
Oh.
felons people off now.
If they
Wow.
did, they didn't get suspended for it. Like OJ
Yeah.
Mayo.
Because
OJ
you pay
Mayo
them
was
off,
one of
you
the
don't get suspended.
OJ Mayo was one of them niggas, but OJ Mayo was one of them niggas that was in the club smoking with the other players, but he always failed. They didn't.
Hmm.
And if you my Memphians know who I'm talking about, number 50, number 9, Lester Hudson.
Well, I'm gonna say this because we're gonna get ready to close this out. We've been up here way too longer than normal, right? Are y'all up here still talking shit?
Sure, word user. Fuck Kwame Brown.
Please stop saying that,
Ma'am.
Right. What did Kwame Brown do to you?
Okay, fuck Kevin Samuels too. Fuck Umar Johnson. Are y'all happy now? And put a block on the phone, Yvette.
Well, you can't
Look,
wait.
boy,
You
small
can't
enough
say.
for air
Wait a minute.
compressor to get them tires off.
I'm gonna make this clear. You can't say fuck Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels is calling for protection from the LGBTQIA.
Damn, I'm not scared of them
and that's
motherfuckers.
a group. That's a protected group. We're a protected group. Aren't we a protected group?
They can protect their ass away from me.
That's you calling for the heat. You do that.
I'm a protected group too.
Yeah, we don't want that smoke.
Armed protection.
I don't want none of them problems. But
we don't want that smoke.
No, at all. But I want to say thank you guys for everybody that came on the panel and everything. The reason why I want to get out of here, I'm off tomorrow, so I want to sleep in. And I'm sick of talking to y'all now. That's it.
I like how that dress look on you.
Thank you.
You can't even see the dress.
Time to go.
You can't even see the dress looking at her boobs.
I saw it before.
Well, stand up and let y'all see
I
that.
still know what it look like.
Reflectors on it, but look, y'all done made Faith run. I was gonna say bye to Faith. Faith just left. And Mad just dropped down.
He was like, I don't want to be a part of that conversation of MoneyBoy Trey looking at these titties.
So you're still up here, so that means you want to take part?
Ew, I'm done. I'm done. Later days, people go and follow Life with Dr. Jefferson. Find me on YouTube, Dr. Jefferson. It's been real. Trey's a whole creep.
I thought you might have been by like Shakari.
Yes, her whole name right there is how you follow her channel.
I'm just done. This guy. Yeah, all right. Later days.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for coming up. You just have to run everybody off, huh, sir?
All I said was you look nice in your dress. And see, I wasn't the only one that noticed them titties. She noticed them too.
All right. So once again, thank everybody that came on the panel. We're gonna get out of here now. I didn't know it was so late. I think we got some Netflix and chilling to do. Yes. Yes. Why are you smiling like that?
Netflix and triple X and chilling.
As always, do what you got to do with my channel. You can like it, sub up to it, but make sure you guys comment down below and let me know. When I get a chance tomorrow, I'll put everybody that was on the panel link down in my description so that you can sub up to them. Awesome conversation with everybody. Take accountability, MoneyBoy, because when you guys comment down below in my comment section, make sure you let me know that I took accountability for my actions. And
not until you put a block on the phone, Yvette. There you go.
Yeah.
Not until you put a block on the phone.